stage. Simple as that. Okay, guys, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Thank you for your patience, by the way, with learning StreamYard. I came on for a couple reasons. Well, first of all, I get to do whatever I want. We all get to do whatever we want. Okay? Don't forget about that part. If you don't remember anything I say ever, please do remember this. You're allowed to do whatever you want, whenever you want. Okay? That is facts. Facts, facts, facts. No, a friend of mine asked me a question. Do you have friends like this? They're telling you something when they ask you a question. They're not like, how do I say it? They're not like asking a question. These are probably your best friends, right? We have our dictionary if we want to get into learning and reading. Guys, by the way, when I was younger, first of all, if you don't know this, I'm an English major. But when I was younger, I used to read the dictionary to go to sleep. So that's the thing. I've never met anyone else. I'm gonna fuck with something for a second. Please excuse me. I've never met. Have you guys ever met anyone that read the dictionary to go to sleep? Fuck with me, you know I got it. Oh. Guys, I'm so close to having like the setup done. Excuse me. I'm so close to having this setup like sorted where I just literally sit down and just do like whatever I want to do. For many years, I gotta go fix something back there. For many years, guys, you have no idea how much Sonar knows this, but how much I would like stress out about like the cameras and excuse me, the computers and the books. And you guys remember the books would fall all the time? So we used to do these red bar like hangouts, and I'd have red bar on one computer and the live stream on the other computer. I love this shirt, but it like gets weird in the weirdest places. So we would have, and I'd be on the couch and I would stack the books up and put the computer there, right? And do you guys remember how often the books would fall down and the computer would just tumble over? I'll be right back. I just gotta fix this thing real quick. Fuck with me, you know I got it. Fuck with me, you know. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was such a close call, but it wasn't a call, so we're good. Come on. There's like easy solutions to the problems that I'm having right now, but you know, we all get busy, right? All right. So reading the dictionary. First of all, does anybody, I'm all disorientated. Does anybody know anybody or has anybody read the dictionary to go to sleep? Was that ever like a thing for anyone or anyone that you knew? It was just comforting for me. This is an abridged dictionary, Jack's handy list of words. I love how this is all blurry back here because no one can fuck with me. It's just blurry back here. See? You can see it's wherever my face is, normal. Jack's handy list of. Hi, Chris Thompson. Hi, Rochi. Oh, Rochi, do you want the link? I know how to post it onto here. Also, I need to learn how to snipe. I need to learn so many things. I wrote you back on, you know what I'm talking about. That application. Okay, so if you would like to pick a letter, you can pick a letter. Or I'm just going to close my eyes. Pick a letter, though. I'll do one that I just like pick random, and then you guys pick a letter. I landed on I. I'm going to choose out of the options that I have here insatiable. Insatiable. It's an adjective, nameless with no particular or oh, sorry, reading the I was like, "That's weird." Let's read that first, just so we're clear. This is a word so these are cool words that, like, even though I've read the dictionary almost 2.5 times, um, innominate, 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 nameless with no particular or given name. Clint Eastwood's character was innominate in one of his best films. Nameless with no particular or given name. Okay. So let's get to insatiable. Adjective characterized by hunger or need for more and more. The men of that family had an insatiable desire for young women. E, okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. We're going to start with the first letter. We're just going to get through this dictionary. We're going to start the first letter of each one that we do. So the first E here is eb- ebullient. I wish they would give you the phonetic part. Ebullient. 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 Cheerfully excited or abundantly joyful. I am feeling ebullient this evening. His family was ebullient on his triumphant return to the States. I am ebullient. I am ebullient that all of you guys are here. Thank you for being here and increasing my ebulliency. Good. Good, good, good. Oh my gosh, Chris Thompson brought up the encyclopedia. Do you guys remember that? Encyclopedia Britannica? Who still has that in their library? I remember the infomercials that would come on all the time. And I also remember using my father's credit card to order the entire Encyclopedia Britannica, which cost like $1 million. And it was so expensive. It was like, and it was very expensive, but the books they don't come all at once. You get like one book a month or something. This was back in the 90s, right? So you get like one book a month. My dad's like, "What's this from?" And then I'm just like hiding the Encyclopedia Britannica in my room. My gosh, bless him and his credit card. Um, and like, so we weren't super rich, but we didn't like need for stuff. I mean, there were times that we did, but um, like when I found out about J. Crew in ninth or 10th grade, and I also memorized my father's credit card number. I'm just saying you can do that. Um, it's so funny because I love my father. We always had the best relationships. I love him, relationship. I love him. He was the best father. Even he was not the best human, arguably, right? But he was the best father for me, to me, okay, and to my sister and to my brother, as far as I know and could see. And I was there. Um, so this one time I order like and imagine this, like, we're in a budget period of time, like, he wasn't always doing great, whatever, like, it was up and down, like the Frank Sinatra song. And so I'm a little brat asshole in ninth grade, and I order, like, $900 worth of stuff from J. Crew, like sweaters, pants, like tank top, like way more things that I needed, and also, like, some stuff, like, didn't fit me, like, it was just I kind of got into this, like, addictive shopping thing. I did the same thing with Spiegel. I'm not sure if anyone remembers what Spiegel is, but that was a big deal if you were a young woman in the '90s. And I'll just never forget my dad's face, like, "What is this, Ashley?" literally, what is this? Because it was such a big box, and I was like, "Why'd they have to make that box so big?" Like, the Encyclopedia Britannicas, I can, like, smoosh them through the door when dad gets home or when I get home from school before him, more accurately, right? Maleficent. We're in the M's. Victor Mature, pardon me. Ash, you should unblock Doom. You've been unblocked. You were only blocked for like 2 seconds. Here, I'll do this. I know how to share the link in this way. So I will share it in the way that I know, which is literally just right here. And please do forgive me. I tried to find something flat right before. I'll just try to make it not shake. Okay. Invite guest. Copy. Okay. And then we're gonna go here to, yes, it's a computer class. Paste, paste. Boom. So you can come down here, and then I learned last night that I can say yes or no. I can bring you in or not. Okay, Maleficent. There was a movie called Maleficent. By the way, what do you guys think about Angelina Jolie? Just random question, literally, because I saw her movie about in the movie. It was great, I thought, and I think the story was beautiful about when she played an orchestra, like a woman who is very famous. She sang orchestra. I want to say orchestrarian. I don't want to offend anyone who sings orchestra. Um, and she was at so whatever. When you live in LA, it's stupid. Like people that if you have like a SAG card, you get to these showings of films, and sometimes the actors are there whatever after. It's not like you're hanging out with them. It's more like they're on the front of the, like they're on the stage, like where the movie was, where the theater is. And you're still in the like seat of the movie theater, right? And then they get asked some questions. So seeing her in real life for the first time was kind of interesting because she is so, you guys think I'm gaunt or thin or bony, but she's stunning. I mean, like the way she holds herself. But more in the movie, I would say I really liked it. I'm trying to think what it was called. It started with a C, or the woman's name starts with a C. She was a famous opera singer somewhere in Europe. I want to say Spain, but it could be Italy. All right. The reason I thought of Angelina Jolie, which is someone I hardly ever think about, is because Maleficent is the word that popped in. And I do believe she made a movie called Maleficent. I didn't see it. Did you guys know that the most energy we expend is talking? I used to see this therapist, and she used to go on Vipassana meditations. And she said, Ashley, I went on a 27-day one. When I came back, and so imagine she's a therapist, like she has to speak, right? Or listen and respond. She goes, after 27 days of not speaking, like just like my voice, my throat, like we have something to learn about that. I'm talking to myself there. Okay. Maleficent, a habitual criminal intent of causing injury, harm, or death. The clown was disturbingly maleficent. Clowns usually are, aren't they? Um, that sounds like a sort of thing people say. Wait, what, Rochi? Which thing? Um, wait, what are you talking about, Rochi? Oh, Sam, can I make you a mod this way? Hold on. I've never tried to do this in StreamYard, but I can do it from my iPhone. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Okay, give me 1 second. You do want to be a mod, right? Mr. Sam Bibley. Mr. Sam Bibley. Who else is here? I only know how to make moderators on my Doom should be unblocked. He was only blocked for one night. Um Guru One, why are you even here? You said no one cares. If what live was I on that Guru One was on? Because he's on like every single live. He's like, actually, no one cares if you're live. I'm like, okay, then don't be on my live, Guru One. Oh, I was gonna send. Oh, you guys have the link. So Buckman told me to send him the link. I want him on my show. I sent you the link to mine. This is so stupid, guys. As you asked me to, I am live. So silly. The link is in the chat. So fucking silly. I will tell you about the assless chaps and Buckman at some point. I don't pay anyone. You guys, let's get really, really clear about something. You guys ready? I'm gonna start speaking slow, low, and I'm not gonna say too much. So when I left my last relationship, April, like you guys know, like sometimes relationships end later than they're supposed to. You stay a little bit too long, whatever it is. Um, when I left my last relationship, obviously the 4 months preceding it weren't the best, and uh, a lot of stuff was going on, and someone made fun of me for saying the word. I was in a place of transition, and I get why that's funny, by the way. No, my whole life. I mean, I was with this guy for like 3 years living together, and then we were friends for 5 years. So it was kind of like a huge shift in my life. And then again, Kevin Brennan, I had never known to be a mean person. He was never mean to me. I communicated with him solely like I'm gonna stop myself and sometimes. I am drinking wine. I'm not saying that's an excuse for anything that's gonna come out of my mouth, but it's already 2 times. I'm like, don't say it, Ash. Don't say it. Um, so that whole thing just threw me off. Oh, and Kevin is sometimes right about things. The way that because we did get into how would I say it? A miscommunication, if you will, in 20, not a miscommunication even. It was more like I'll just smooth past that. But Chad in 2025 was like, you should go on Kevin. You need to go on Kevin. Kevin wants you on, da 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 da, da, and you can make money and blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I need to make money now, so that makes sense. And so when Kevin first reached out about me going on his show, or I texted Kevin, like Chad told me to text you, whatever it was, and he was like, yeah, da da da, can you come at this time, this time? And I was like, how much? What is your compensation? So I don't mind. I don't mind doing things when it comes to this kind of thing without compensation. But please do understand the only thing that ever happened when it came to like Ashley's getting paid, which became a funny thing. And then there was a point where I literally couldn't afford to do things for free. It wasn't about me saying like, I have all this value. I'm so much more fucking valuable than anyone else. You have to pay me to have me on. It wasn't that. It was basically reintroduced through Kevin to a place that I didn't understand and still kind of don't. And I guess I'm still in learning in a way. But it was also it was interesting to me how many people got offended by my misunderstanding of a situation that was like plainly like explained to me in a certain way, if that makes sense, right? Um And then it became like a funny thing. I don't mind making fun of myself. I don't mind laughing at myself. I think I'm quite ridiculous most of the time. I say silly things. Like I meant, by the way, guys, 'cause I like to rewatch the chat. when I was talking 2 nights ago with Rochi, or last night or 2 nights ago. Was it last night, Rochi? Um, they had 5-day-old babies, not 5-year-old babies, 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Okay, just saying. I say silly things like that, especially, and I don't know how many of you guys do live streams, but I mentioned this recently. It's sort of similar to, like, for me, teaching a like public speaking, teaching a yoga class or something like that. So sometimes it sort of feels like you are on stage, and some of the things that you say you don't mean to say, or you forget that you said, or you didn't say the right way. Like, what did I say the other night, Rochi? I said, so stupid. I said, they sent them in this monkey circle talking about, anyway, it was silly, but that stuff happens. But also I think it takes a lot to stand up and hold up space for people and be brave. I'm not saying that having a microphone and reading the dictionary is being brave, but I will explain to you guys why I'm reading so many books. But I've always read books. I've always done book reviews. I've always done um like movie reviews and fun things like that. Um, I'm about to go to the store, but I'll be back in about 20 minutes if you're still be on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna see how it goes. No, I said they were sending them in circles like monkey. It was illusion. I was alluding to a quote, which is not my circus, not my monkeys. To be, let's not get back to that because some people might even not even know what I'm talking about, Rochi. But basically, during Hurricane Katrina, instead of actually helping people, local officials basically just moved people around. Like, you have to get off this highway, you have to go over here, you have to do this, you have to do that, da 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 da. Like, and I said something that it sounded insensitive. Let's not point out my inadvertent insensitivities, Rochi. How about that? Pick a letter. I'll pick it for you. Foozle. An action done poorly. Foozle. F-O. Did you guys know that I was like a spelling bee? Like, I almost went to the nationals. I remember the day that I didn't make it to nationals. It was in a classroom. Like, they made a classroom. They made like a room for all of it, like the finalists that got to like the furthest part. And I didn't make it to no, I didn't make it to, sorry, not nationals. State. I didn't make it to state. I was like in the last test to make it to state, and I didn't make it to state. And I just remember being like bummed out, but also like I couldn't believe I made it that far. Foozle, Foozle, VT. It's okay. An action done poorly, awkwardly, or ineffectively, particularly as in bungling a golf shot. I like how they use other words in this book that you wouldn't fucking know. Like, what is bungling? I mean, golfers will know. Counting the last foozle. Oh, it's a golfing term. Okay. Counting the last foozle. My score for this hole was an even 27. Okay, so I did like circle some whenever I got this book. Like, what word is this? ECDYSIAST. It's a noun. Oh my gosh. A stripper? Ec, ec, I couldn't make it up. I don't even know how to say it. Ecdisiasit? Ex, ec, ecdisiasit. Ec, yeah, ecdi, sias, ecdisiast. Ecdisiast. A stripper. The comely co-ed was an accomplished Eki. I mean, you guys just have to see it. I can't make it up. It's right there. Wherever my face is. What is that? You see that? Not just me. I'm just saying, Rochi. Read your last comment. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. I don't want to like go back in like because I'll tell you on a private message. All right. So I'll go to the chat. I was gonna go on Buckman's show. I gave him the link. He can come on whenever he wants. Any of you guys can. It went on there, right? Oh, I mean, because here's the thing. I can just say no, right? Oh, hi. A beep beep. You guys, it's not even a joke. There's literally um it's gonna annoy me. I want to get this flat. There's literally people that have changed their change their screen names. Why do you think they changed their screen names? Okay. Right. There. Now it shouldn't shake or wobble. They changed their screen names because people can get scary. Let's not do scary stuff anymore. How about that? So I put the link here. Yeah, it's right here. See? I don't know if I should do that, but okay, let's go down. Do, 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 do. I'm gonna tell my girlfriend that one. She's a stripper. So she's well, she's not a stripper actually, Sam. She is a let's do it by heart. I'm not buried the dictionary. I've got plenty of other books we can go to, but she's come on guys. Iconoclastic, iconostastic, ixtastic, something like this. Maybe she's heard the word, maybe not. Oh my gosh, thank you for the super chat. Danielle. Send Honda the link. Well, Danielle, hold on. Let me show you what Honda's doing right now. You guys, this is the Danielle, but shh, we keep it at that because who is Danielle? Danielle, all I'll tell you is that your nephew, he's adorable. Danielle. Oh, so Danielle, you know who Happy Vibes is? I can make a dolphin sound and I bet you can guess. My sister was so funny. Like one of the last times we were hanging out, she's like, my sister taught me how to speak dolphin. I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't know how to speak dolphin fluently. I learned and studied a few of their noises. Do you guys remember when we did that? We studied like the basic like communication noises that dolphins make. Thank you for that, Danielle. Um, Honda's a little bit. He's at Fish and Chips. So Danielle lives in England, not London. Okay. She lives in England. She comes like twice a year. And um, when our dogs go to sleep, they basically go to this fish and chip shop. It's a place where all the dogs go. And they have different menus. Things can get confusing sometimes. And with her living 8 hours ahead of me, our dogs are often at fish and chips at the same time, but also at very different times. So we laugh about that. Bahondo is 100% of fish and chips, but I will tell him when he wakes up that his auntie wanted him to go onto the live. Danielle, you can also yourself go on the live. Danielle, why don't we do this? We can break history. Oh, Rochi, don't be dirty. Danielle, literally, why don't you jump on the link? That would be amazing. Oh, Rochi, Danielle's my friend that I tell you about all the time that lives in England. So Danielle, he was talking. He was like, the first thing you ever said to me, Ashley, was, "Why'd you call me a cunt?" He was like, "Well, over here, it's actually quite complimentary," or whatever you said. I was like, "Yeah, well, my friend and I, we call each other cunts all the time, but it's understood why we do this, right?" Let's see. So I'm rewatching a show, guys. And I'm gonna pop off soon, unless somebody wants to come on and talk about something. I'm rewatching a show which is genius called Why Women Kill. Why Women Kill is directed by Lucy Liu, who is a genius, and it's about why women kill. Mostly men, but why women kill in general. And it goes to the point, Rochi. Do you remember we were talking last night? Yeah, Danielle is the best. She's my ninja. Um, do you remember, Rochi, we were speaking last night, like you'll never hit a lady? And I actually found that Sean Connery, um, I found the Sean Connery YouTube clip where he says, if she's not listening to reason, and you have to keep speaking. I mean, it's Barbara Walters that interviewed him, which was I thought was genius. I didn't hear him say smack a bitch, but he did say, if you have to, you know. Um, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was saying before that. Danielle, why don't you just come on? I know it's 5:23 a.m. It's the same time for Rochi. No, you can just do sound. You can just do your voice. I know that we're gonna laugh about this in text message conversation later. Oh, I was talking about Danielle coming. I lost my train of thought, but Danielle could probably find it for me. She's coming in soon. What was it, Danielle? Danielle, Danielle, I'm live. Just kidding. That's another inside joke. Um, yeah, you can just come on with your voice. Um, which clip? Oh yes, yes. Oh, the smack a bitch part. I was talking about something about that. Um, the smack a bitch part. He didn't say those words verbatim that I heard, but I did see the Barbara Walters interview, and it was quite funny. He's like, "Oh, why women kill." So that's a great show that I'm watching, and I think it's a very interesting way that they show things over periods of time. I think Lucy Liu is a genius, not only in terms of her craft as an actress, but also as a writer and a producer. Guru, why would I ever give you a wrench? So Danielle, are you coming on? Danielle's like doomed. She would like never. Um, all right, guys. If you have any questions or comments, we can talk about it. I do want to get to yoga. Actually, fuck that. Let's do a little bit of yoga because it's what I do best. And as much as you guys want to like it, be open to it, or not be open to it, we are going to do it. Okay. So yoga is not yoga without the breath, period. So the way that we start yoga is we start with establishment of deep, concentrated, intentional breathing. So you're going to inhale through the nose and you're going to exhale out of your mouth. Inhale deep through your nose, slow, and let your belly get big. And then pull the belly in towards your spine as you exhale all the air out. So I used to do this a lot. I put my hand on my shoulders just to make sure my shoulders aren't automatically, most of the time when we're doing autonomic breathing, which is most of the time our body's breathing us from that nervous system, um, it's happening in the chest and the shoulders. We're intentionally sending the air lower, inhaling deep through the two holes in your nose and letting the belly expand. Letting the shoulders be soft and not letting the chest be involved. So we're taking over. This is not involuntary. And then exhaling, pulling the belly in towards the spine, making sure all the air is out. We're all going to have a very different time frame for this. I'm going to suggest to try to slow it down. So inhale will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I like to make the exhale a little bit longer. Exhalation, the longer the extension of the exhalation increases relaxation. So if the inhale is 4, try for the exhale to be 5. Let's do 5 together. I like to close my eyes, do what you like to do. Basically, inhale through the nose, deep and slow, letting the belly expand, the side bodies expand. And then exhaling all the air out through the mouth and pulling the air in. It's diaphragmic breath through the belly and emptying the lungs. So let's do 5 together, yeah? Optional, highly optional. Raise your arms above your head as high as your shoulders don't jack up. So here, right? Or here. For me, it's fine here. And if you can do this, great. But not if it looks like this. Just 5 breaths. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, release the arms down. So everything that we're going to do, you can do from sitting in your chair. How about that? Please put your feet on the ground so they're flat on the ground and your legs are not crossed. If you like, have your hands on your knees, have your hands wherever you like, wherever it's comfortable. I like to face my palms up. So this is energetically putting you in the field of receptivity. So you're able and ready to receive. Okay. And then just relax here. So your feet are grounded down. You can feel the floor with both of your feet. Yeah. And you can breathe in and feel aware of that. And breathe all the air out. And you're going to keep doing that. Inhaling deeply where the belly gets big. Exhaling completely where you're pulling the belly in towards the spine. And we're just going to do 3 circles each direction. So you're going to breathe in and just keep the breath continuous. Deep in, long out. Chin to chest. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Head back. Keep breathing in, left ear, left shoulder. And then chin to chest. 2 more in this direction. Keep the breath coming in deep. And going out long. Take your time, stay with your breath. After 3, reverse, go 3 circles the other direction. Just neck rolls. Just circle left ear, left shoulder, and then back. And then right ear, right shoulder, chin to chest. You might find little places that you can kink things out. 2 more. Take your time in your own time. Breathe in deep. And breathe out long. Okay, now I want to make a bet. How many people are here right now? I can't even see. 12? So I want to make a bet if anyone thinks they can do something that's quite simple. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Holding your arms up, not straight like this. They can be like this. I want to take a poll a poll. Yeah, it's a poll, not a toll. I don't want to take anything from you. How many people think out of the 12 people here, say one if you think yes or two you think no, that you can keep your arms above your head? And I only want your arms to go as high as your shoulders stay low and relaxed. So if that's here, fine. Let me get closer because the background blur is a bit weird. Okay, so if it's only here, that's fine. I just don't want your shoulders like this. Okay. So say number one if you think you can keep your arms up for 2 minutes, and say number two if you think you cannot. Do you get it? So basically, it sounds very simple to keep your arms up like this for 120 seconds, 2 minutes. How many people think you can do it? And how many think that you cannot? I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Rochi, don't give any clues. Okay, Chris, awesome. So you're down to do it. I'm going to put a timer. Rochi, Rochi, do not mess this up. Everyone should. I thought I could do it. When I felt challenged by this, I can pretty much do anything. I'm based. Okay. So everyone's down, yeah? Obviously, never do anything that doesn't feel smart or intelligent for your body. Not only if you have a anatomical thing that I don't know about, obviously, which I'm sure many of you guys have because I don't know much about any of you anatomically. Um, we're going to set a timer. If there's anything that you know that you shouldn't be doing that involves lifting your arms up and breathing deep for 2 minutes, do not do this. I'm not a doctor, etc., etc. Okay, so here's the rules. And we're all on the honor system. You're going to raise your arms above your head only as high as your shoulders don't get jacked up. So a lot of people's shoulders are tight. We got to work on these things, and we will. But so just raising your arms up so that your shoulders are relaxed. See how mine goes up? Yes, it's a fucking turtleneck, but you can still see that my shoulders aren't like this, right? So you'll either be here or somewhere in between. Are you guys ready? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have some water. I'm gonna incentivize you for a second before we get going. First things first, I learned about this. I used to work for TEDx. I don't know if a lot of you guys know that, but I learned this from a TED talk, and a woman was talking about power posing. So this brings a lot of positive neurological processes to the brain. I want to say there's the word I'm looking for, but for the sake of time, let's move on. Um, it also increases your self confidence. Like she was explaining, if you have an interview or something that you have to go to, like go and raise your arms above your head for 2 minutes, so 120 seconds, and see how you feel. You'll feel different. Uh, it's amazing for circulation. A lot of other benefits. It's also something that I want to start practicing together, us, increasing our mental fortitude. And what I mean by that is there are things that feel in the moment impossible. Like some of you guys, if you haven't done this ever, it will feel the first time I did it, and I was a very like fit, active person. I felt like my arms were gonna fall off. So if something like that does happen, I want you to see it as a blessing because that's when you get to understand that it's a temporary feeling. It's not a permanent thing. It's just what getting strong feels like. Most importantly, besides the shoulders not being jacked up, is that you're breathing in deep through the nose. Let's try to get to a count of it minimum 4 and exhaling complete through the mouth. If you know Ujjayi Pranayama, do that. But otherwise, just empty the lungs and pulling the belly in towards the spine. So you're breathing, it's a belly breathing thing. You're inhaling deep through the nose, the belly gets fat. Exhaling complete through the mouth and pulling the belly in towards the spine. 1, 2, 3, let's go. That freaked me out a little bit. Oh my gosh. Um, Shmuley, I sent you a link. Oh, what did you say? No way I'm capable of typing that link. No, you just click on it. You just click on it. Here, I can send it to myself and send it to you. I'm only going to be on for a couple more minutes, though. If you just want to pop on and say hi, I would love that. Um, oh, yeah, but can't you just click on the link, Buckman, that's in the chat, literally? You guys, that was so funny. I went into like a different, not a different place, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Can you send me your email, Buckman, please? Um, you get into this place because I was actually like, it's funny because I was like, wow, like I don't do this every single day, the arms above my head thing, but it was starting to burn. But you get to this place where you transcend it, right? And when the alarm went off, I was like, whoa. um, yeah, Buckman, come on. Um, so here's what I'm doing for you. You better come on though. If you don't, I'll be fucking vexed with you. Nothing new, right? Nothing new under the sun. So I'm gonna send. I don't even know if I have Shmuel's email. Do I have your email? Gmail.com. Yeah, I don't even. Can you text me your email and I can email it to you? Because I don't have you in my email right now. All right, folks. All right, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Shmuel Buckman, send me a link. Okay, can you send me your email via text? S'il vous plaît? Because I just figured out I have a different kind of dyslexia. I have a technological dyslexia. Thank you for the $2. I sent it to here's what I'm gonna do. I just realized something. Do you know oh, that sounds so silly. Do you know Rochi? If I send it to Rochi, can he send it to you? You guys, I do have a plan about this whole thing. I want to talk about it more in private. Hold on, invite guest. Okay, copy. And then I'm going to email it to myself. So that's what we're gonna do. Ashley LA. Okay, cool. Send. If Roji has the link, he can send it to you. So copy. Yeah. I did it. So I'm just gonna put it right here also because Buckman, I'll be off in a second. So like, tell me and you guys tell me or tell him, isn't it easy? Like 5 people came last night just from me doing this, or is this a silly thing to do what I just did? Hi, Panhandler. Panhandler. It's like a monkey fucking a football, but less graceful. Who are you talking about? A monkey fucking a football? Who even thinks of this? I'm sure Shmuel loves Rochi having his email savvy. I saw you wrote something last night, Panhandler. Like you were like, it's like almost embarrassing that Ashley doesn't see the slow troll that they're doing on her. Her being me, obviously. And it's more like Panhandler. Do you have any maxi pads? Do you know what I'm saying? Um, mm, I don't know who you're talking about. Um, said what was brilliant? I should come up just to piss off Jake Hudson. Who is Jake Hudson? Well, okay. Joe Biden, that's fine, but I more need to speak to Hunter Biden. He's got my scarf. So therein lies a problem. And mostly I just want him to wear it well. Oh, come on. Hunter was like a really nice guy, you know? Honestly, I feel like Hunter got a very imagine his life. Imagine. I can't. I'd hang out. Thank you, laundry room. He was my old neighbor. I used to live like point 0.2 miles from him. And when I don't know if you guys remember this, but Kate Quigley bought cocaine. She was a comedian or is a comedian. I don't know. She bought cocaine in the Venice canals and he lives in the Venice canals. I think that's a public thing. She said it. So I think I'm allowed to say it. There's obviously a lot of um, what do they call them? I was gonna say social security. I'm getting tired now. There's a lot of not private security. What's the White House detail called? I'm not gonna look. Hold on. Um, Secret Service. Secret Service. Thank you, Ashley, very much. Um, she bought cocaine and it was laced with fentanyl. And apparently, 2 out of like 3 people she was hanging out with died. So she lived 3 houses or 4 houses down from Hunter. I was like, maybe the guy got the wrong address. We do not know. Hunter seems chill though. I once saw a video of Hunter. You know, they're like all scrubbed from internet, like YouTube. As of like a year ago or something, you can find them on BitChute. I mean, I don't know how many phones this guy has. It's hilarious. But there's a girl who's giving him, I hope I can say this. She's giving him a massage with her foot. And he's filming the massage that he's giving her with the foot. And then he also has a camera or a laptop filming him, filming her. It was just very funny. But also the whole time, like doing his like pipe antics. Um, so I thought it was very interesting. I haven't learned how to snipe yet, guys. So that's a thing. But that'll be my next thing. How do you snipe? Oh, maybe it's this camera icon. I don't know. I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. Um, Tuki's cool. The puppet Tuki. Yeah, no, totally. No. Laundry, you didn't get my joke. My joke was that they ordered blow. Oh, they're Shmuel. They ordered blow. And since they live so close together, hi Shmuel Buckman. Let me
Hey, Ashley
finish this joke real
Cummings.
quick with
What's going
laundry.
on?
Since they ordered blow, the orders could have gotten confused. We're talking about Hunter Biden and Kate Quigley, if you remember that story. I am so happy
Ah.
you're here. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
How was your
You
stream? You seemed
finish the cake.
okay.
Finish. You can finish the
Do you
cake.
remember that story?
Yeah.
Tell me what
Whoa.
you know about it.
The well, I don't know about the Hunter Biden mix up. I know she was doing drugs and like 4 of the people she was with, like 5 people, and 4 of them died. Something like that.
Right. And she had said this in an interview before and I believe after, but Hunter Biden the joke came because somebody said, Ashley, I sent Hunter Biden the link. I was like, no, Joe Biden the link. I was like, what about Hunter? I'd like to speak to Hunter. So he lived in the Venice canals. You know, I used to live in Venice, 3 or 4 houses down from Kate Quigley. And the issue with her drug order was that they ordered blow. I never understand why people cut blow with fentanyl because isn't fentanyl like a downer? But either way, I feel like Hunter could handle fentanyl, and I was thinking maybe it was like a order mix-up since they lived so close together.
Well, I mean, look, they cut fentanyl with everything because fentanyl is cheap. So they're
But
just
but but
it's not
isn't
like she didn't do it. The place she bought it from did.
you used to use drugs, right, sir? Like many years ago?
I was never like a heavy drug user, but it's not like I don't know about them.
Isn't fentanyl like similar to heroin? So if you're ordering Coke, which is like an upper, why would you lace it with like a downer? That just didn't make sense to me, I
Well,
guess.
I
But
mean, what, right? Like you wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it. But if you were dealing drugs, you would because it's cheap. And so when the people first, when and it's quick acting, so you snort it and you're thinking like, "Ooh, I think I got a feeling," right? And then, but they cut fentanyl. They cut everything gets cut with fentanyl.
well, my experience with blow, which was back in my 20s, right? They
So
used
what,
to
like last week, you're saying
oh, that's cute. But I'm pretty sure that baby laxative or whatever was a cheaper thing to cut it with.
mannitol? Yeah.
Or whatever. Also, how many of your customers are gonna return if their friends are dying? Like,
Well, I
I have
mean,
a
that
friend
wasn't. I don't think that the drug dealer made it intentionally to kill people. It was a classic accident,
well,
right?
listen to this. I don't know if you know this. I've never done fentanyl. I'm not a fentanyl person, but I know someone who struggled with it, and he was nervous to come to like he's going in and out of. I'm helping him. He's helping himself, but he's in LA now, and he's getting help from people that I know and he's nervous. He said it's so intense and so strong. He's nervous to pet my dog because it could come out of his pores. Like it's such apparently with this fentanyl stuff, it's such a small minute amount, like traces that could affect somebody. Like he didn't wouldn't pet my dog just in case.
It's sort of it's a semi truth. The problem is that it's not fentanyl made in the lab, right? It's some guy making it in his garage, and that's the problem with fentanyl. Fentanyl by itself is fine. They use it in hospitals. They don't use
Mm.
Demerol anymore. They use fentanyl. And the deal, but the problem is when they make it, you got an idiot putting it together.
Oh, I
So
didn't even know that was a thing. I thought that fentanyl was all like pharmaceutical stuff.
no, it's all that you it's relatively simple to make. But what happens is when they make it, like you might be getting, you might buy your drugs from one guy one day and it's 100 milligrams of fentanyl. And the next day it's 1,000. Like you don't know. Nobody, it's not being monitored, and that's usually what happens is it's usually an overdose. So if that makes any sense.
Well, I was never a heroin person either, but the people that like, I have 2 friends that have passed away in the last 5 years because they couldn't find heroin or whatever, and they bought fentanyl instead, and, and especially, like, my one friend, Mark Racco, he was sober in and out of the program, and you know that when they go out, they think they're at the same level that they were when they went in, right? So he had like 5 years sober and he couldn't find heroin and went and bought like the same amount of fentanyl. Even if he bought the same amount of heroin as he was doing before that, it would have been a shit show. But like, yeah, it
Well,
just pisses me off.
that's this Philip Seymour Hoffman thing, right? So
Yes,
he was
exactly.
sober for a long time. He was actually heroin; it wasn't fentanyl. But he
Yep.
went and he did the same dosage that he did um, before, thinking that's what he needed, and it killed him. It stops you from breathing.
Have you ever had a relapse? I know you've been sober like 20 years or something, right?
No, I've only been sober 9, and no.
Well, 9 is a long ass time. That's amazing.
Yeah, but
Um,
look, I was not. It's not like I was, living on the streets. I wasn't drinking in the morning, stuff like that. So, um, you know, it was more, um, there was whatever. It wasn't good, but it wasn't. I'm not. It wasn't like I was a drug addict, or a really hard. Like you go to program and you hear really horrible stories.
That's
Um,
what I'm thinking of,
yeah,
actually.
that's not me. I'm more of a putting my life on hold kind of things and kept me from doing things I wanted to do. So as opposed to being one of those guys.
Basically improving the way that you feel in your life and in your body, like making a choice. I was just telling someone this today. They have a different issue, but I was like, one of the simplest things when addiction becomes something that is like deleterious to your life and like when it really I think when it really needs to be addressed either by the person or people that love that person is when it starts to mess with their functionality and their ability to sustain themselves and their relationships and things like this. I was saying to a friend who has a different issue but same genre, it's like it's easy to hear, but it's not easy to do, especially when you're in the, like, if you will, the jaws of addiction, but it's literally just not doing something. Like, this person has an issue with something else, but it's like, I know this sounds hard, but you literally just have to not abstain from doing something. Instead, like, because think about it, it takes energy to do something or to get something or to have this experience or that experience. But for your situation right now, and what your goals are, you just have to not do something. You can
You
go to
know, it's
bed, you can read a book. Does that make sense?
yeah, but that's it. Look, it's not.
Oh, no, it's
It's not the
it's
greatest solution because what happens is one of the things that when you talk to people who are recently sober, one of the things that kills them is the boredom, and so um, you have to you fill the time with other things. That's one of the reasons why people go to like AA meetings. Like they might go to 5 or 6 a day. It's not really that they're getting my. This is all my opinion, right? Not that they're necessarily getting anything out of being at those meetings, other than during that time they're not using, and that's why they're at meetings, and then eventually it's late enough and you go to bed. But yeah, but it's tough. It's a hard road to hoe. I mean, like, look, for me, it was I I was at the precipice of it getting really bad and losing everything that I had gotten. And so it was like I had to stop. And it wasn't easy, but I can't see myself doing it again, you know? And in all the time that I've been sober, about 4 years ago, um I had a Diet Coke, and somebody put vodka in the Diet Coke because they thought it would be funny, and, it was hilarious until I spit it all over everyone, but, because I took it, and that was the only time I'm like, I just don't wanna go back there, but the vodka, it felt good, you know? And then there's guys like
well, I
Panhandle.
think they call that a free lapse, right?
No, it was somebody fucking with me is really what it was,
Well,
and
yeah,
that
no, that's not cool, but if, like, a waitress brings you like, if you said, like, "I want a, Coke," and she thought you said Jack and Coke, people would say in meetings all the time, "So I got a free lapse." But
maybe. Yeah,
yeah, that is messed up.
I've never heard that. I just got, you know, uh, I was scolding myself for not paying attention, but I didn't think that I was trusting. I didn't think that somebody would do that.
How did your show go tonight?
It went great. I mean, it was. I had fucked off and worked most of the day, so I wasn't. By the time I got ready to do the show, I realized that I had forgotten to text co-hosts and or ask them. So I had to do it on my own for most of it, and then Mr. Panhandler came in, and
Yeah, why was
he's
he
great.
saying that he didn't think that I would go on because of him? I was like, "What are you
No,
talking
I
about?"
no 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 no. It was me misunderstanding. What he
Oh,
said.
no, but I thought he said that.
No. What he said was he didn't think you wanted to be on with him, so he was going to jump off, and I misinterpreted that to him saying he didn't want to be with you and he was going to jump off. So it was me. It was not him. So if that's okay,
Well, it
but yeah,
usually is you, right?
yeah, I know. No, I forget, and
I like your cigar. What?
it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have to get up at 7, and um,
Well, I'm supposed to do a
I'm
show shitting on you tomorrow. Wait, you
I'm
have to get up
dopey
in 7.
not sleeping,
You're
not
doing
sleepy.
you're doing great. Are you not is your circadian rhythm thrown off? Is that what you're saying?
I don't have it. I don't have one. So there you go. So is Roach is this the real Roachy that's in here?
It should be. If it has a roach next to him, it's a real it's the real
Well,
roachy.
it says Roachy will never die. So I don't know if that's the. I'm
I
usually just seeing Roachy.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were shitting on you. We're gonna be shitting on Brennan and Joe Biden. Oh, wait, what?
You
Oh,
can be shitting
what?
on Brennan, not Joe Biden. Roachy's joke
OG
is
Mumbling Nick is the real one. I know that. Rochi, do you know if Ashley's coming on with us tomorrow?
yeah.
I agreed to be a guest, but not to be trolled, etc., or slow trolled, whatever. But I thought the topic was Shmuel Buckman. No
All
rules
right.
apply on MLC. Are you excited about that?
I bet you shitting on me. Do me a favor. Can you take this chat off the screen?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
driving me crazy.
Oh, the one
Um,
right here.
yeah, I'm in for some reason. I'm in you whatever the hell I'm in here.
I
I'm
just
in.
learned how to do.
Well, no, I'm in StreamYard as a guest, and I can't figure out how to put it in dark mode. And
Oh, do you see how there's live and then there's starred?
I see live.
Click on the
Yeah.
other one. Maybe that'll make it go away. I don't know. You're
No, the
asking the wrong
starred one
person. I will tell you
the
this.
starred one is just where your super chats are. Um, so in any event, um, Laundry Room, don't feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for myself, so don't anybody feel sorry for me. Um, and that's it.
You know
Look,
what I noticed about you earlier? Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, you were saying something.
No, no, no. I go ahead. I was just
Please.
saying the laundry room. I'm very luck. I'm just lucky that I caught it in time, so to speak.
I was gonna say, noticed about you in your stream earlier because you and I have been discussing like doing something together in the future, but you look like a dude. And where? Okay, let me ask you this: where's that shirt from?
Bay leaf.
Where's Bailey?
I don't know. It's a rash. It's a pink rash shirt. It's a
It
one of the sun. It's like a sun shirt. I probably
You
got it on
got it. You got
Amazon.
it at a hotel or a resort, right? Called
Mm,
Bailey.
no, I got it off Amazon, and I went camping last year in not camping, but hiking in like Mount Zion and Bryce Canyon, and I needed a long sleeve shirt that was sun protected. And so I bought a bunch of these. It's like a rash shirt. It's really cool. I like it.
Why do you call it a
Ugly as hell.
rash shirt? Because of the color?
No, because when you would you wear it like surfing so that you don't get rash from the surfboard when you're swimming and stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying material wise.
Right.
But I
That's
could
what
just
we just always called it a rash shirt. I guess now they call it like an SPF shirt or something.
Can you correct me if I'm wrong? You're a
You
kind of
can.
guy that hangs out at resorts with your wife and chills and probably would buy if there was a resort called Bay Leaf, you would probably buy that shirt, right? If you needed a shirt.
Probably it depends, but probably more than likely no, unless it was like I thought the place was really cool or it had a really odd name. But yeah, we're not and usually when we go someplace like that, like resorty like that, we both scuba dive. So we'll go diving, and if I'm gonna buy shit, I'll usually buy it from there. Like I'll buy their hat or shirt.
That's cool. Your wife and you both go scuba diving.
Yes, I
You
taught her
both have
how.
PADI licenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to dive quite a bit more than I haven't probably in the last 4 or 5 years, but I used to go. Uh, I used to do it. Go on probably 7 or 8 trips a year out, and then I would always do like 5 or 6 dives off New York or New
What
Jersey.
what's the craziest thing you've seen underwater?
I know I'm a bit crazy, but the coolest, my favorite dive of all time was U-352. It's a submarine sunk off the North Carolina coast near Morehead City, and it's about 100 feet down, and there's a shit ton of sharks. And I am terrified of sharks, but it was amazing. The whole thing was amazing.
Did they teach you what to do when sharks are in the water?
You don't do anything. That's the best thing to do when sharks are in the water.
Well, that's an option, but don't they teach you how the sharks can sense fear and how you're supposed to not feel fear?
Well, I think that's what they tell you. But I would frankly tell you that if you told me not to feel fear, I would feel nothing but fear. So not telling me anything at all, and I was scared shitless on that. And the guy who I was with, you have a dive buddy, and the guy that I was buddied with um, was on the inside. Like the submarine was there, we were going lengthwise. He was on the inside, I was on the outside. I saw the sharks, and then I went on the inside because I figured I don't got to outrun the sharks, I just got to outrun him. And so there we go.
Him was your diving buddy?
Yeah, just somebody you pick on the boat. You have to buddy up
How many sharks were there?
a lot.
Like more than 4?
Way more than 4. It was like, I think that they were bull sharks, and it was,
Bull sharks.
there had to be, I think that's what they're called. There had to be, I don't
They're
know.
kinda short and
No,
fast?
yeah, they were long. To me, they were long, they were huge. And, I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
More than 10?
Yes, but I'm not really, but they weren't paying attention to us, and we weren't paying attention to them.
Did you feel fear?
Yes, yes, but I always feel fear. So, you know, I would feel fear diving. Every time I dive, I feel a little fear. But I mean, I was kind of terrified, but I wasn't going to let it go. I wasn't going to miss the opportunity because of that. I would never have gotten to do it.
Oh,
Right.
so when you saw the sharks, you didn't abort. I mean, I imagine you've
No,
been.
we just continued. You just continue on the dive. You're there. There's 15, 20 divers with you, and everybody else is ignoring them. So you do the same.
But you're the guy that went on the inside. Do you guys
No,
when you have a dive partner, do you guys decide that before?
no, it's not. It's just you're just swimming. So it's not like you pick sides, and it's not. They're called a dive buddy, but it's just when you're on the boat that you always pair up just in case. So you keep an eye on each other, and that's all. I mean, it's just,
No, but what I'm saying is that and I don't know diving, I'll tell you the story one day about what happened with diving and me, but when you said you went on the inside of your teammate, I'm just wondering, the inside sounds safer. So wouldn't you
well,
guys
it
both
was
wanna
it.
be the
That's
inside
the
or
only
you.
reason why I did it. Well, because no, he had no fear of the sharks at all.
Oh, okay, so it was agreed upon before. You were like, "If we do see sharks,"
No,
or it was
we
like
were.
eye
It
wink.
was not agreed upon. We were both underwater. I guess swimming is the word. Propelling.
What if he had gone inside of you? Would you have been pissed or felt vulnerable?
I wouldn't have. I would have just plotted away that I was going
Kept
to get
going?
inside. Yeah,
Oh, see, I don't
he
get
didn't
that
even know.
part.
Like he didn't even notice. It wasn't like I went, put up a sign and said I'm going inside because I'm afraid of these sharks. It wasn't really a well thought out strategy. I was also 110 feet down, and there's like nothing you can do. I can't. If they're going to attack, they're going to attack. I can't. It's like being in a plane. If it's going to go down, it's going to go down. I'm committed at that point.
How many dives have you been on?
It's got to be a couple of hundred.
Wow. All over?
Not really. Mostly like the Caribbean, Mexico, and about the bulk of them off the East Coast of the US. So, but you like the standard places.
Florida.
Florida, Florida. I've only been we did Key West and only did that once. And it's nice, but the Caribbean's a lot nicer, but I like to go to there's a little island in the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. and Bonaire is like great. So we'd go there and spend like a week, and then you dive 2 or 3 times a day. So,
That's very nice.
eh,
It's so good.
so let me switch the subject. Is Rochi slow trolling you? Is that's what everybody keeps saying to me,
That's
or
what
is
everyone keeps saying, but Rochi and I have discussed this, and he promised me that he hasn't. Ashley, I have a question for you. Do you ever want to eat meat? No, I haven't eaten meat since I was 14 years old on purpose. You remember what happened to you? You said that someone tricked you. How did
you
they
got?
trick?
Yeah, the
Oh,
issue
sorry.
is you.
Okay, let me
No, you're leaving that. I got the old chat up there, so I can't see what they're asking you. And
sorry. Um he said, "Do you ever like to eat meat?" Um so what do you think? What's your opinion? Rochi swears he's not, but there have been rumors. So I haven't eaten meat since I was 14, but like you said, what did the person do in the beginning? You were telling the story they tricked you. Oh, the vodka and the soda.
right,
So when I was 14, my friend's mom, my best friend's mom made chili and she knew I was a vegetarian. She put meat in it because she thought that I needed meat. And like we ate the chili, we are going to the movies, and she's like, Ashley, how did you like the chili, the vegetarian chili I made? And I was like, "It was great, Mrs. Noble, thank you so much." And she goes, "Well, I put some bacon in there because I thought you needed some protein." And my friend Kate was like, "Mom," and I was also like, "Ugh," like I didn't like it because when somebody puts something like vodka that you're abstaining from or meat that you're abstaining, it's like I don't know, it feels very invasive or rude. Um, so no, I won't eat meat, and that I'm not like you guys know that I don't go on and on about vegetarianism or veganism or anything like that. Everyone should do whatever. Oh my gosh, Roji thinks he's on trial. People should do whatever they want, whatever makes them feel good. For me, it doesn't feel good to eat meat, so I won't do it.
so
Cheese
are you an ethical vegetarian or a health
Cheese is a
vegetarian?
different thing. I ethical, but, like, some cheeses are so good. So I was a very hardcore vegan based on, some research that I did in 2000 circa 2004 for 8 years. I wouldn't take dairy even. Like, I would travel to Europe, and it's very difficult well, then it was very difficult to get soy milk and stuff. So sometimes I would have, like, a drop of half and half in my coffee, but I was quite strict. Now I take dairy a bit and, yeah, but never I would never eat like a chicken or steak or, there were a couple years I ate salmon on and off, but then that kind of, um, I changed my mind about that. Do you know your blood type? Don't say it out loud, I'm just curious.
Yes.
Okay, have you ever read the book Be How to Eat Right for Your Blood Type or heard of it?
Well, the blood type diet, I think I've seen.
So that comes from that book. And that book, kinda makes sense to me, but also doesn't. But the diet part, when it gets to, like, my blood type, it's so on point. First of all, it says you prefer exercises like yoga and, like, low stress things and as opposed to, like cycle classes or high stress, like, aerobics classes, like, with more people. I just don't like as many people around me, right? um, but mostly vegetarian diet. It was pretty spot on when it came to the food stuff. I'm not sure. You should check the book out. It's called How to Eat Right.
Yeah, it's
You think it's bullshit?
I don't have the same opinion of it you do. So,
What
um,
you don't think blood types are a thing?
no, I know they're a thing, but I don't think they matter when it comes to your diet. I think it's just look. There's a million of these things. Basically, eat less, eat fewer calories, and you'll lose weight. And then
It's not just about losing weight, but go ahead.
that's how it all works out. Well, that's what all these most of these diets are. And
No, this is not a diet book.
right, so I said the blood whatever diet, right?
Eat right
Blood
for your
type
blood
diet.
type.
Yeah. Uh,
Hi, Casey. Basically, so this book isn't about so much about a diet as it is If Rochi was slow trolling, he'd be trolling Shmuel. I'm not saying that. Someone else said it.
No,
Um,
it's okay. I'm just asking, what do you call it? The reason why I'm asking is because I said no with Panhandler on my stream because Panhandler thinks you're being slow trolled. And I said no, and I said Rochi's talented, and then he fucking yelled at me because I said talent. You say everybody's talented, and I'm like, oh no, I only say the people who are talented, and so I mean that question has to be asked, and I also said I told the advice that I gave you, which is assume you're being trolled 100% of the time. You know,
it's just so interesting because, hey, Ashley, could I borrow 2,500? It's funny. It's funny because I'm not gonna say whose names they are, but 2 different people have told me that there's, like, triangles of people that are trolling me. I've never heard the slow troll before Panhandler, but slow trolling but, like, in an organized way. And again, y'all are organized. Let's
I
do something.
well look, these are we learn these words, right? I never heard of concern trolling before until I I came on the internet, or into the Dabbleverse or whatever, and that was the other thing, like because I was saying when Karmic first started and he was really boozing it up, right? I
Wait,
sent I sent him a chat.
when?
I sent
When?
well,
When is he not? Sorry, I
anyway, I
have
sent
to.
him a chat and I sent him a DM and I just said, "Hey man, like I've known him for since last October maybe or September, and had talked to him a few times. Then saw he was streaming, and I just said, "Hey, I think you're talented, and I don't think, and I think if you're not lubed up, you'll do better, you know." And then that was,
Did you really
and
say
people,
verbatim did you say verbatim lubed up?
I did use the word lubed up, yeah,
He
and
might have taken that the wrong way, I'm
no,
just
I didn't take
saying.
it the wrong way. Then it was, oh, he's just slow trolling you. Not slow trolling. I'm sorry. He's concerned trolling you. He's concerned trolling you. And then I'd never heard that before. Then I heard that. And then when you were on with Dan, that was the other thing I heard. That Dan was concerned trolling you. So
So
who knows?
what's the working definition of is that the real Clearwater Chad? What's the working definition of, concern troll?
Somebody is trying to be your friend and offer help in order to take advantage of you would be the best way that I could put it. Like in your
Oh,
case, like concern trolling would be like me saying, "Oh, I want to do things with you. I want to help you. I want, to work with you." And then really what I want to do is have you on and embarrass you, right?
so
And yes, it's the real concern.
that's actually not real concern, right? It's sort of a
Exactly. That's why it's concern
premeditated.
trolling as opposed to showing concern.
Should we let Clearwater Chad come on? Clearwater
No.
Chad, just scroll up, put the link,
No, no,
click the link.
I can't. Clearwater Chad's like on everything, and I, but it might be a good idea to let him come on because so then I could probably go to bed. That was probably not a bad idea.
I wanted to talk to you about something. Beloved chatters. I was like wondering, I was like, was this an AI response? Beloved chatters, what you read.
The post? No, he wrote that.
That's amazing. Can we look at that again? Or you
I
don't,
mean, I have it in front of me. I can't put it up on the screen or
can you
anything.
text it to me or is that okay? Like, would he be mad? I mean, probably
No,
not.
It's a post in X. Um,
I just
it,
thought it was genius. And these are things that you and I have kind of circled around, you know?
well, you look, the deal is that it's a troll, right? I mean, basically that's what he's doing. Is he's really saying, when you read this thing, the first time you read it, it's just like it's a business thing in your head, and then the next thing is you reread it, and I mean, I was kind of making notes, and it's like, oh wait, this is what we're doing now. Oh, and then I realized what he's doing is he's sort of this is what he's saying is this business model that he's proposing is actually what people are doing now, and um, it's unsustainable. They're going after chatters. I mean, it's well done. It's a well done troll because
That's what I thought,
a
but
lot of people are going to read it and then go, um, "Oh yeah, that's intelligent," or other people are going to read it. And which somebody I thought it was really interesting, and I don't remember. It might have been Sarah, and it was like, fuck below chatter, you know.
did he
So
say fuck below China?
that's what he said. So
How is that
it,
a troll though? Because I thought, I mean, I watched you read it and I read it for myself. I thought it was a very insightful take and also a parlay of energy, if you will.
well, yeah, I mean, he's essentially putting a mirror up to people, um, but you don't know it's a mirror, right? Like until you actually read it and look at it with a little more than just glancing, you don't realize it's like, oh, he's proposing sort of a business model, and then you realize, oh wait, uh, this is what people are doing now, and that all the things that he says in here, where you find 3 or 4 people that are down on their luck, and then you know um, you let them tell their stories, and then once the stories start to go, then you act like the fickle host, where somebody puts up a really shitty comment about the person that you have on, and then you accidentally put it up on the screen. Oh, I don't know what I didn't mean that. It's very insightful because it's exactly what people are doing. So I'm trying to send it to you.
Thank you. But I also think that, and this is something that when that whole misunderstanding about the money thing and stuff um, happened, it was like, I want to also encourage people to know that their time is valuable. Nobody has time, everyone makes time. So, and this whole Dabbleverse situation seemed like something that could be parlayed into something where everyone wins. I don't exactly, I mean, you and I have talked about this. I don't exactly know what that looks like, but I can feel it. Does that make sense? Well, I know you know it makes
What
sense.
do you? No, no, no. You're making sense to me, but
Let me say it again.
explain it again.
Yeah, no, no problem. So when I was first, I don't even know what the word is, inducted or drawn into this Dabbleverse situation, I could only feel that there's not just a way for myself to be compensated, but for all of us to make money, that it's a lucrative situation where we can all benefit, if that makes sense, with different roles and different ways of doing things and making things funny. Did I say that in a way that you could understand?
No, I understand it. I mean, I, I disagree, um,
Ha
but
ha.
but I understand. Well, because it. Look, that would require people working together, and they're not.
Well,
You know,
that's the problem I kind of encountered. Yeah.
so you find 2 or 3 or 4 people that you can work with, and then do it. But basically, at our level of YouTube, we're just crabs in a pot, right? And so these guys are all, they want to get to the top, so they're all just climbing all over each other, pulling each other back down, climbing all over each other. Um, so, uh, but I think that's what um, one of the things that Beloved Chatter was trying to point out.
I know you wanna go to bed. Are you
No,
ready?
I'm
Oh,
okay. If you're
okay.
trying to get rid
I'm
of
just
me, that's
no,
cool.
I'm
I'm happy.
not trying to get rid of you. I'm just I don't want you to get frustrated because this is the first time and I don't know how to do the private chat, but this is the first time I've, like I even learned last night that you can push the things in the comments come up.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So yeah, and by the way, just personal opinion, putting your link in opening up your link like you're doing and putting in the chat is
Not
not a
smart.
great idea
But
because
wait, can I ask you a question? The worst
sure.
thing that can happen is that they pop up right here and I just say no.
Or it's somebody that you don't know and they look okay and they pop up on the stream and they talk for 10 seconds and then they porn bomb you.
Right. I thought about that, but I wouldn't let anyone that I didn't know at least a little on.
Okay. I mean, don't you it wouldn't
Did you
whatever.
think
I
Rochi was gonna porn bomb
no,
me
I don't
last
think
night?
Rochi I don't think Rochi would porn bomb you, but I think that somebody might say they're Rochi and come in, with their screen name as Rochi and a picture of Rochi.
Do you think Doom really forgave me? Do you think we really have a path to friendship?
I have no idea what's going on there.
Well, Doom said that um she used to be very critical of me, but not so much anymore. And I hope I'm doing a great job.
Well, I would the old Ronald Reagan thing, trust but verify. Like I would accept the comments and I would appreciate it and I would be thankful. But I'd also keep my eyes open.
Can I just tell you the funniest thing because you brought up Ronald Reagan, it's random. I heard so I don't have TikTok on my phone. I will never have it. It's a Chinese company. I'm not gonna get into that right now. But I do watch people that make videos of people that do TikToks.
Hmm.
And one guy like big ups his name is iTrack, Eyetrek at iTrack. And so he like synthesizes all these videos and this one person, what was the last thing that you just said?
Ronald Reagan, trust but verify.
So these things come from everywhere. But apparently, I don't know if you know this, you might know this because of your I'm just kidding, but I'm just gonna say your old age. Nancy Reagan was apparently known to be like a really amazing, is it fellatio? Is that the word? She
That
was
would be the word. She gave great
she's
head.
she great gave great head in Hollywood and she was known as like Nancy Fellatio.
She did have a giant
Before she
head.
met Ronald, like, this is, like, gotta be in the, what, 50s, 60s, something like this, but she was known around Hollywood as, like, one of the best head giver.
Wow.
But it's so funny when you see her demeanor, right? I mean, I think she passed, but
That was supposed to say happen to SJ. No, not now, but that's all right.
can you do me a huge favor? Can you just hang in for a second? I just have to go pee pee. And
Sure.
I don't like to do it in my pants.
Uh, that's cool. I can do it. And then I'll pop off after that and you can bring on
But tell them
Clearwater.
about, like, what did
Uh,
you eat today, Shmuel? Like, what are you
you don't
doing
even want to know
tomorrow?
what I ate today.
Yes, I do. We all do.
Uh, 3 protein drinks. I don't think I've actually eaten today. Um,
It?
so Rochi, you could disagree with me about sending the link and publicly doing the link. I got it. Um, no, I didn't say they were using a video of you. I said somebody could say they're Rochi and use a video of you. It was an example. It's not directed at you, my friend. I've been sticking up for you through all of this. I don't know. For some reason, I have a feeling that you're an Ashley fan, and you wouldn't do that. So, and yes, Ashley is certainly much brighter than SJ, but it's happened to people who are brighter than SJ. I just couldn't come up with an example. Um, oh, you don't think I was giving Ashley enough credit? No, I mean look. I'm only saying what I wouldn't do it because I'd fall apart, and I've seen people be fucking assholes to do it. And look, let's be honest. Ashley has not received the best treatment in this universe. So people are constantly trying to fuck with her, and she is a bit trusting. So there you go.
Thank you for saying that. For the first 2 months, and these are the trolls. I'm not going to say names. Maybe I will later when I do
Where
my.
did you pee that you were able to hear all that?
My apartment's not huge, okay? I live in Los Angeles. I mean, I didn't hear all of it, but I heard that Ashley hasn't been treated very nicely,
I
something,
just you're not like peeing in a pitcher like 2 feet from your desk, right? Like, go ahead. I'm kidding.
I
Smile.
know. That's what I told you. You are funniest when people least expect it. And if Danielle is still here, she's British. Rochi is as well. You have like I think more of a British sense of humor. People don't get it. I think you're very funny. I think that's hilarious. Actually, it's just the bucket right over there. And I have a soundproof wall between the bucket and myself.
Actually, you should do that some night. That's what you got to do. Is you got to go. Oh, can you? I got to take a pee, and you should have like just a metal bucket and just pour water in it.
Oh, poor water. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that would take my channel down. You were talking about someone doing like the porn thing.
No, it would just be the noise of a stream flowing into a bucket.
um, you're so funny. What were you saying?
Rochi
Oh yeah.
wrote.
So in
Oh.
the beginning, oh sorry, you want to say something to Rochi?
No, Rochi said I normally wash my hands after going for a piss, and I was going to say women don't have to touch anything. So
I did wash my hands.
I know
My
we're
bathroom's not that far away, but
all
when
right.
I was
I don't
walking
want to
back,
dox your bathroom. We'll move
I
on.
when I was walking back, I heard you say that. The first 2 or 3 months, it's like, "Ashley, you're the star of the show. All these people saying all these horrible things about you is because it's like boys in the playground, like when they like you, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, and I've said this before, I didn't believe that when my dad told me that. When boys are mean to you in 8th, ninth grade, they like you. I didn't believe it then, and I didn't feel it then, and I don't believe it or feel it now.
I
And
think I
now
told you that.
well,
I think I was one of the people that told you that.
you and I definitely discussed this. But now that I'm on the other side and all this attention is on other people and I'm not like you know, the the person that 4 people or 2 to 3 people are making videos about or at least busting on a day, and then there's 5 to 10 clip channels making clips about those videos a day. It's like with a step back and like also with I think people that I know that I can not necessarily trust with like my life or something, but to an extent, you're one of those people. Um, uh, there's something that's like really mean about it, and I appreciate you saying like that wasn't cool, guys, because now I see like within the Dabbleverse, if one person says something super rude about another person or even in jest, it's like they get upset. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, how did I get 2 months of like almost every other day videos and I'm a whore, I'm a horse, I look like a horse, every fucking thing. Um, but one person will like sort of slight you and you get upset for like weeks and make videos. So I guess I don't know what that was. Like maybe some kind of hazing ritual that I didn't sign up for. But yeah, that wasn't cool when people would text me, and I won't say names because it doesn't matter, but or reach out to me like, Ashley, this means they really like you. This means they're like this means that like you're getting no, it wasn't. That was not what that was. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, Rochi says that like Ashley is right. The Dabbleverse needs to grow up, but again, that's not going to happen. And we keep saying the Dabbleverse, and I hear other people saying the Dabbleverse. Every other community on YouTube are probably just as mean. You know, it, it, it it's not unique to the Dabbleverse. We may have perfected it over here, but um, I don't. I look. I just think that I told you. I did tell you that I about the star thing, and I'm like, there's a reason why they want you to have them on, have you on, right? And you should. You don't have to answer questions if you don't want to, or
Thank you
you
for
could just give short answers. And then the other thing I think I said to you was that you're going to be asked the same things over and over again. So, prep and answer kind of. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense or figure that you're going to be asked the same shit. They're going to be trying to troll you with the same thing all the time. So, um, what's your response to that going to be? And like think about it before you go on. But
Totally, but I think that, for someone like me, like, cause, and, I've talked to Lady KB, who I have a lot of respect for, and a few other people. I think that people don't like their names mentioned, especially, like, the super sweet, helpful people, y'all out there. I won't let anyone know how cool you are. Um, People have said things like, Ash, like this, given me different forms of advice, but also and I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. I think because my sister, you mentioned this earlier on your show. I wasn't on your show the whole time, but because my sister is my sister, I'm sort of automatically targeted as like an asshole or whatever you want to affiliate with my sister being or not being. But most people that are in this community, we'll call it that, right? Um, Most people are in this community have been here for a while and aren't related to anyone famous. Don't really, you know what I mean? Like just kind of made their way. That's how I understand it from people that I sort of trust and explained it to me and sort of have been here from the quote unquote beginning of the hackverse, this corner of the internet, the dabbleverse, whatever you want to call it. So my kind of being thrust into it in a way was sort of something that, and for me, just because of the way my brain works, I became analytical. Like I had to figure out what this was. Like, what is this? I'm like, I'm like writing down handles, like da 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 da. I'm talking to people on the phone. Okay, you know this guy, but this guy said da da da. Like seeing people on chats, and also this. I think you know this. I had an injury where I was bedridden for 2 weeks from April 15th to the beginning of May, basically, like the end of April, April 14th to the end of May. So I had fractured ribs and a punctured lung. So I couldn't really move. I had people helping me walk hondo, everything. So that's when I kind of like started seeing all these different chats and people, the same names in the different chats and the variations and the different videos, da, 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 and like, but once I started to be able to move and breathe again, I was like, "What are all these other people doing?" And not in a negative way, but more like a like straight up, I am this is compelling in a way. Does that make sense? And then
look,
when Melton came after me, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead. You go ahead. Finish.
Well, the first Melton video, I got like 3 or 4 texts because there were a lot of crossovers from my Red Bar lives and like the Melton stuff. So Citizen M would be one, Sam Bibley would be one. Before Melton ever made a video about me, Sam Bibley was there, Son of Overbrook, Melton, a bunch of the whatever, it doesn't matter, a bunch of handles, right? Bunch of handles. So the crossover was weird. I'll never forget. Well, I'll forget it at some point. But I'll this pops out right now. Citizen I'm being like, I don't know why Melton's covering you, but Melton's covering you. And I'm like, why? And who's Melton? Like I didn't even know. But um yeah, I think I finished what I was saying, probably in a verbose way. Please excuse me.
Yeah, look, the deal
But I
is
appreciate what you said.
most of the people in here would give their left nut for the coverage that you've had, you know? And even it being negative or whatever. And it's just like basically what I was saying to you is, look, you've got all this coverage, uh, and yeah, it's negative, but how do you use it to your advantage? How do you turn it around and make it a positive for you? Because you can't stop the negativity, right? Like, and it I felt bad that you were taking stuff personally, and it's like there. Look, not necessarily Melton. Melton is like, uh what's the word that I'm looking for? He's like an expert at uh we keep using the word trolling and I hate it. I need a better word, but he's kind of an
Yeah,
expert
I
at
think there
this stuff.
needs to be like a couple different variations because, like you said,
Right.
there's concern trolling, there's just fun trolling, but then there's like mean trolling, and I think most people associate trolling with just like nasty intentions, and I've learned
Well,
that that's not
trolling
it.
is definitely associated with nasty intentions, but the thing with Melton and what I've seen over the years is that um if you met the guy, it would be like the two of you would be laughing at it. and he's certainly been kinder to you than KB was, but um, he does what he does what he does. The chatters, I mean, they can be really, really mean. They're just mean people, and for a lot of them, I think what I was trying to say tonight was, um, you know, you're the thing with your sister, right? It's got to be tough growing up with like a famous sister and people attacking you for it. But I'm going to bet that in these but it doesn't matter. It's just because you're famous in these families, this happens every day. It's just like, you know, they're probably the ones, the losers in their families. And it's like they feel like they're, taking it out on you, what's been happening to them for their lives. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's too much
Well,
fucking
facts are not
thought.
defamation, and this is gonna be probably heavy for anyone else but you, Shmuel, just because I know, like, you do program and you're, like I mean, that's why, like at first, I have to tell you, when you reached out to me, I was just like you sent me a video, and you're like, "Did you watch the video?" And I was like, "Kind of." I didn't really get it, and then I started to get you, and we spoke on the phone a bunch of times. So, facts are not defamation. Whitney and I have been to, couples counseling for sisters, and what we figured out, and I don't know if people know about attachment styles, I think you probably do, or what the word attachment even means, but I'm a parentified child. This was the 2 labels my sister and I, like, ever agreed on, because I don't really love labels, but that because I was the parentified child, so we're 12 months apart. So she's 12 months younger than me. Actually, her birthday is today. I'm July 27, 1981. She's September 4, 1982. Happy birthday, Wit. Um, but so she didn't attach to my mom or my dad. She only attached to me. So when we get into things, or as I like to say, things go awry. AWRY, Ari.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the way I used to pronounce it too.
Somebody made fun of me like I wasn't saying it right.
You're not. It's
How
a
do you say it?
rye.
Look at you, you're not. It's not awry, that's a different thing. Things
Okay.
go awry, and
Look it
that's
up. Look it up.
you
But that's what it means. Things go
it's
awry.
Ari.
Ori and things going awry are the same thing. Google AWRY.
I am right now. What do you think I'm doing? Back on Aria? I am checking Aria, but
The hell is
Ari,
Aria? Is that the dating website?
Raya.
Oh, Raya. Oh, you're on Raya? Oh, I guess they let women on, right?
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
They have YouTube videos too. The pronunciation so we can hear it. Of course, there's a Waymo. I went on my first Waymo. Did I tell you that? So fucking weird. Do you know what Waymo is? The
I
driverless
do.
car?
I do. I do. Let's keep focus here.
So fucking weird. You keep focused. Calm down.
Mm.
Um. Oh, how did I get there? Okay. Ari. Wait. Wait. Ari. Phonetics. Phonics. Hooked on phonics. Remember? Were you ever hooked on phonics?
No, we didn't.
How to pronounce Ari. Here we go. You ready, Buckman? You better sit down.
I'm ready.
Buck, you won. You did win. Did you
Got
hear that?
Yeah, I did. And
Did you hear what she said?
you know how I learned that? It's the
No,
same
but did
way.
you oh,
Yeah, we can't. It's fine,
hold
Ash.
on.
We believe you.
No, I just wanna make sure everyone knows that you were correct.
They already most of them already knew that.
The word
But
is pronounced
you
as
know how
awry. The word is pronounced as awry. I beg your
I
pardon, sir?
learned it. I learned it the same way you did. I used to call it Ori too, until
I
somebody
feel like
told me
my
it
dad
was
used to say
awry, and then I
that.
looked it up, just like you did. and there we go. But
Are you sure that maybe it's not like the way they say in English, like in England? Hey, actually, Sam Bibley, do you say Ari or do you say awry? He's English. Rochi, do you say Ari or do you say awry? So, can you say it in a sentence?
things have gone awry.
See, I thought that was a different thing. I thought that was like literally like A
I
space
I know, but
RY, like
you're
the
doing listen,
bread.
but you're right. This is probably completely uninteresting to what's the word to the viewers. But you're doing what I do, which is
I think
you
that
get a
what's
word
interesting
and then you sort of obsess on it. So earlier, if I can go back to where you're earlier, when you're talking about the ecdy, I
oh,
can't
the strippers?
right. So it makes sense because ecdy is from the Latin meaning to strip off, to take off.
Look at
And
you,
that's where the stripper
sir.
thing comes from. So,
Ecdystasius or something.
yeah, but that's the whole but it's like,
How do you
I don't
know
know.
that, by the way?
I read a lot.
Danielle's in England, and she goes, "I say it the way Shmuel says it."
Mm, yeah, I wanna see Danielle, come on. It's
Oh,
gotta be
that's
6 o'clock in the morning now.
listen, you don't know. Danielle is my secret ninja. She'll be here in 94 days, though.
Nick, she was a voice on your stream, right? At one
No,
time, like,
not that
she was
not
on
that Danielle, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think she's ever been a voice on my stream. Danielle, like I said, she's my secret ninja. Nobody knows who Danielle is.
okay, I must be thinking of somebody else.
My friend
Julie
Lynn was a voice. Oh,
Julie? Juliet?
Juliet.
Juliet?
Juliet.
There we go.
Well, I
And,
call her Juliet. We love Juliet,
I'm
but
with Rochi. Danielle, go put on your face.
she would
And,
never. I would be so surprised if Danielle would ever come on stream via voice or face, and I'll never ever get mad or ask her to.
okay.
Maybe she'll do one. She'll be here, and she's coming in December, so maybe we can do a stream together if she wants.
Alright.
But she's
So,
like my best friend, so
alright. Let's just go back to can we go back to earlier and, like, the Doom clips and the
earlier where
Melton
you think that
clip
you're on your channel and not
and
mine.
and the Melton stuff, and it's just like, I I feel like that stuff, it's like it comes with the territory, and
How
it's
did the
and I think that's what I was trying to explain to you, is it's like you can't stop it. So you you're either in or you're out, right? You can't be like halfway. So if you want to be here and if you want to do this, um, you learn to deal with it and whatnot. But if you're not, if it's because I know a lot of people who couldn't do this, right? Because it's so abusive. It's like, and if it bothers you, then it's just it's not the place to be.
back to my original point, does it have to be abusive, or is that just like a hazing thing in the beginning?
It'll 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 continue to be there will be people that will abuse you no matter what, because they're always going to pick sides. They're very
It that's
tribalistic.
the levels, right? Hold on, I
Yeah,
just had to say
y-
somebody said, "I have a feeling Danielle is."
stunning. We can't. You have a filter
No,
on,
I have
so
a
we can't.
no, I don't. I have a filter in the back,
Right, which
but
is doing that. Right,
you know what?
right.
Your face is what's
So
fucking it up, Shmuel. Quite frankly.
Roach will teach you how to use
Danielle
the
is stunning.
Roach will teach you how to use the virtual background, and then you won't have to do
My
that. And
face
then
is not blurred. Anywhere near
and
my
then
face, you can see my, like, little
right, I got it. But when you put up the postcards, the postcard thing is a great. I love that. The problem is we couldn't read them.
you know what's amazing? Everyone thought that that was, like, a bit that I pre-planned or something. Literally, I have index cards here, and I write on them. But, yeah, I agree. Somebody used them. Mersh, I think, is now using, like, the supertips.gg with me on our index card.
Yeah. See, look, man, but I don't think it's not. I don't think it's a hazing ritual. I don't think it's any of that. I just think that, like, um, you just move past it. and you
Uh,
find
but
the
uh,
part where you fit in.
but let me ask you a very serious and direct question,
Go ahead.
Shmuel Buckman. You watched everything without even knowing me before you ever contacted me. Weren't you like, because
I didn't
you
say I didn't
knew
watch everything, but yeah, I
not
watched.
everything, but I mean,
But
like,
I
as much as you're involved with whatever goes on, we didn't know each other, and you saw something that I imagine you've seen because you've been to events and things like this for a couple of years. So you saw a new, like with J Mo, like it's like a new fresh piece of meat. And it's like, what are people gonna do with it? Something like this, right?
right, but in a it's sort of it's close. It's not the greatest comparison, but it's a good one. The thing is, JMO. First of all, you're a woman, so women get treated like shit
J Mo's
here.
a man.
And then
Oh,
I
I'm a
said you
woman.
are a woman. Yes, last I checked, and although there's rumors about that too, and but the but like, and JMO is a tough, like JMO is a tough guy, right? Like he's tough, and so that's the question is like JMO gets shit on, but it doesn't matter to JMO, right? And like it seemed like it was affecting you. But the reason why I actually contacted you um, was because I thought uh, I liked what you were doing. I thought you could actually stream and do a show and stuff like that. But when you were getting shit on about asking Kevin Brennan for money, um, I thought not about money on other shows, not about, but about that specific thing where he paid you once and then had you on again and then didn't pay you. And then it was like, oh, where's the contract? Where's this? I thought that was pretty shitty of him to do. And I thought you
He
were right
paid
for
me
standing up
3
for yourself.
times. Danielle will know more than me. He paid me 3 times, and the 4th time, which was literally the time he like, had me on, and it doesn't matter, but that was a very vulnerable stream, which he made a lot of money off of, and he used to tell me, like, the amount of money, the net, the da 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 da, and I was like, "Just just compensate me. That's all," you know? Um, but the time when I cried about my horses, he made a lot of money, and that's the day he paid me nothing, and I think that was the 4th time I went on in
So
2025.
it sounds like so you went on, so let's say there's 4 times, right? So you went on 3 times and you were paid, correct?
I went on a I've been on his show since 2020, a total of 8 or 9 or 10 times, and I've only been paid 3.
Right.
Danielle
But
no more than me, 3 or 4 times.
we're talking about recently, not back.
2025, 3,
Right. So,
4 times.
all right. So, right. So you're on, so you get paid. And then he asked you to come on and you've been paid the other 3 times. And it's like, now he's not paying you. And then when you ask for it, he shits all over you. And, my thing was, well, he created the expectation. So really, if he wasn't going to pay you, I thought the onus was on him to tell you he wasn't going to pay you, right? Like
I
he
mean, I think 100%. If you set yourself up, and I've said this before, if you're setting yourself up as the boss, or you said, and I laughed and I didn't respond to your text for like days, big cheese. If you're setting yourself up as the person that is calling the shots, making the rules, and paying people, wielding this almighty power of the dollar over people, you should also be the person that sets the rules for the compensation, how they're paid, when they're paid, the structure of the payment. That's on you. And if it change, like for example, my experience with Kevin Brennan in 2025, what was very confusing for me was that there was a set payment structure, a set payment structure, which was changed unbeknownst to me. And now we're in a relationship where you're kind of my boss and I'm your employee. And so if you change that, then I would expect you tell me that because I've never worked with you in this period of time. with that not being the situation. Does that make sense? And then after people started like coming on a lot, and he'd be like messaging me, "Can you come on tomorrow? Can you come on this day? Can da 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 da?" Okay, great. And perfect. 150, 150, 150 or whatever like the thing is, but it was like a minimum of 100, 150. So that worked for me. And also he wasn't mean to me yet, right? So then when he did that other thing, it was just like it felt so unprofessional. I would never do that to another person. I've let it go for him. Like there's a thing called surrender acceptance, answer to any of my questions are either surrender or acceptance. So it's like I'm not thinking about that money, but I watched him pay that drunk I was MKE $500 to read my text messages when he didn't even pay me the money he promised me to go on. So
Well,
to
I think look,
confuse that
but
with
isn't
me
the
being like a
is
grifter
it
or a money
right?
begging bitch is
Well, isn't the
absolutely fucking insane.
right, but isn't the look, isn't the reality he did not on that whatever stream it was, the 4th stream, he did not promise to pay you, right? Like there was no discussion about
Yes, there
that.
was actually. I have all the text messages. We were
So
going
the
back and
so
forth. It
wait,
was kind
so
of
I don't want to
ridiculous. He said $1 a minute, and then I texted someone, I think it was Age of Coral. He goes, "No, that's ridiculous. Say $10 a minute." And we agreed on $10 a minute, and he didn't pay me anything.
right, because it's basically because the way that I understood it was you'd gone on on 3 times and been paid. So the expectation was created. You went on the 4th time and you didn't get paid. I didn't know that there was an agreement beforehand.
Oh, we
Um,
texted. Kevin and I texted directly.
right.
He knew I
So
wasn't going on for free.
right, and this is why I just this is my thing, like with him, because I know when you were saying it, he was like, "Oh, show me the contract, show me this," and it's just like, if you did that to him, he'd be losing his fucking mind, and he's always concerned about everybody else's money. Um, but you know, I eh, I don't know, and so well, basically all I'm saying is the way that I understood it was there was an expectation you were going to get paid. It's not like you went on Rochi's show where, you knew you weren't going to, there was never a discussion about money you weren't going to, it was never going to happen.
I've done a lot of shows for free,
No, I'm just trying to
including
pick,
yours.
all right. I'm just trying to, but I'm just trying to pull it out, which is, right. It doesn't matter what other shows you've gone on. Like, I think his thing with, oh, you went on there and you did it for free, so I'm not going to pay you anymore. I'm like, to me, it's just it's bullshit. He's using
Well,
money as a
here's what's
cudgel.
up. Here's what's up. I saw this happen to Karmic as well. The day, and it's actually I the day that he got really upset with me, I told him I'm doing BYB podcast. That was the first time I did it. I've only done it once, I think. I'm doing BYB podcast. He's giving me, I think it was 25% of the net. Obviously, his net is much less than Kevin. So it ended up being $32, whatever it was. But I told him, and it wasn't like I was asking permission. But now that I see how he treats Karmic and Clearwater Chad and all these other people, it's like, it makes sense. Like, Clearwater Chad was like, I told him I was going on Stuttering John's show. Karmic was like, I told him I was going on Stuttering John's show. It's like, not only did you ask permission, but then you like kissed his ass because you asked permission. He said okay, and then it gets just all very toxic to me. Like I don't get Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, I don't think Karmic asked for permission, but I mean,
No,
this is
he
what's
did. He did.
we'll agree to disagree on that one, but I think that was part
Well,
of what's
okay.
in that's part of what's in
You definitely know more than me, and I will tell you the chat knows more than both of us. But I'm pretty sure he told Kevin, and I know for sure I told Kevin, and I know for sure Clearwater Chad told Kevin.
uh cool. But what I'm saying to you is that this is part of in that post by what's his name? Beloved
Beloved
Chatter, where he
chatter.
talks about right, he talks about this, and it's somewhere in there where he's got this, his business model, right? Is to play, um, you play that fickle host, like, oh, I'm bringing you on for good things, and you know, and then you're sandbagged. So that's what I thought.
With
So
Kevin?
yeah, yeah, I look.
I mean,
Um,
everyone said to me, like, "How did you not know you were gonna get sandbagged?" I was like, "He was never rude to me before." Um, when was he rude to me the first time? Like, the 3rd or second time I went on in the last year? That was
right,
the first
and
time he would ever yelled at me or raised his voice to me.
right, and I wouldn't. Yes, I would not describe you as what do you call it? Naive about
I am
Brennan,
naive.
but I
I would
would,
describe
but I,
myself as
but
naive.
I would think trusting and nice, because it's like it in talking to you, it's interesting because I think you find it inconceivable that these people can treat someone so poorly. And I'm not just talking about KB, but I'm on these other people. Like that's the thing that seems to have shocked you more than anything else.
You're not wrong.
So
Because I can get, like, listen, like, I come from a family of comedians. My father is literally the funniest person I've ever fucking met. Obviously, my sister is who my sister is. We're all very fucking funny. So I get joking around, I get sarcasm, I get like I get all that. But that did not feel like that. Like, what happened the first month or 2, like, that whole roll of, like, Melton videos and then Kevin, like, switching or whatever the fuck he did, getting mad about the money, and then, just a lot of hate. It was like, "This doesn't feel right," but then it also triggered, like, my high school, like, "No one likes me" stuff. Um, so I don't know. It's definitely a video that I'm gonna make because it was an interesting experience, and I don't know how many people get to experience that and kind of not know they're even entering an experience, if that makes sense.
yeah, I think that what do you call it? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Um, you Well, I guess we'll just say you didn't. I had a really wise thought that has gone out of my head. Um, See, this laundry room, KB is actually one of the nicest people. If he likes you, he will take care of you. It's not his fault. His chat is unhinged. Uh, it's not the chat. That's the fickle co-host part, right? Like that's the part where, somebody's calling you a whore and and they'll get to say the host will get to say, "Oh, well, I'm not saying that, but the chat is saying that." And then eventually he just morphs into just saying it himself. So, my I'm,
Oh, you think it's Kevin directing the how do I want to say this? The mob or the mob directing him?
I think he knows he I think he knows what brings in super chats. So he's going to go with whatever is going to bring him in super chats, and it doesn't matter whether or not the co-host or the guest gets totally shit upon. And yes, Kevin likes to paint his own narrative. And so um and he uses the chat to justify this stuff, right? And so he doesn't, but the thing is, he's got, this is the interesting part is that um, these people go on there and get totally abused. Like, let's look at Karmic recently. Brennan is just abusing the shit out of him. But every time Kevin sends that link, Karmic will go on. So,
And
uh,
pay. I couldn't believe it. He paid. He paid to go on recently to get yelled at. I can't. I
yeah,
can't.
it's in living room. I disagree. It's not locker room talk, and it's not bar culture. It's and look, it may be some of that, but you know, Kevin is all about what's going to make Kevin money, and he doesn't really care about the consequences. Like it's so where you're concerned. Let's put it this way: where you're concerned about how people feel about you and react to you, right?
Well, I'm not so concerned anymore. I'm just going
Right, but
forward,
let
but
we're using that as an example.
I was
He's
very concerned. I
he's
will never.
completely at the opposite end of the spectrum. He does not give a fuck, um, how he doesn't care. He doesn't care what anybody thinks about him. It just has and I mean to like I tell you, you know, I'll say to people, you gotta not care. But I mean, this guy raises it to an entirely new level.
Well, the bottom line is if you are 67 years old, I don't know how old you are, but your personality makes up, and I'm preparing for if I do this live, which I know you want me to do, shitting on you tomorrow. If he's even half as old as you look, I'm just kidding, kind of. So first of all, his personality is dirt. Like there's a dearth there, right? A lacking. Like I can't even like it was kind of funny when he would yell at other people, like when he was being kind or decent to me, but then when he started yelling about me, started texting me at late at night about Larry Page. And for every record, I'm saying this on my channel again. I never said that I took down his channel. He texted me, did your verbatim, did your I'll read it right now. Did your sister fuck Larry Page and take down my YouTube channel? And I'm like he okay. You're a loser. Everyone knows that. Thanks for letting me know that you and Larry are friends. A lawyer will love seeing this. Oh wait, before that, I said, I have every show you have done on Rumble recorded. Have fun with your no channel. You should have made better choices. Are you going to show them to your cunt sister? This is Kevin. Are you going to show them? I wrote that message August 5th at 6:18 p.m. He randomly wrote me at 6:22 p.m. on August 6th, like the next day. Are you going to show them to your cunt sister? Did she fuck the guys that started Google? That's what she's known for, being a Hollywood whore. You need to breathe, you pathetic loser. Do you need money for rent too, you broke bitch?
So totally stable. Yeah. So here's the we can't see them, so it's this pointless
Hold
doing
on.
that.
Yes, you can. If I put it next to my face, yes, you can.
All right, but can we? Right, we get it, but we get it. We believe you. I'm just saying that, like, see,
And so I wrote
but that's the kind of
yes.
stuff. Wait. But that's what I was. That's the kind of stuff I was trying to say to you. Is like, right? This shit would be interesting in the right form. Like, it would be very like sending Rochi those tweets or texts, whatever, and him bringing them up on his show, would be very funny, right? And seeing them and seeing how Kevin is. But the deal is there's so much yelling going on, nobody gets to hear this stuff. And I didn't know. I talk to you all the time. I didn't know that uh, about those texts. I think they're, you know, and look, it really does show um, KB for what KB is. So all these guys can have an illusion about how he's, you know, what a nice guy he really is and how he really cares about certain people, but it's not true.
Nope. I mean, I don't know who he cares about, but like for example, when you had Panhandler on, he was sniping us. And the only reason he had Panhandler on is to talk shit about me. You even texted me, well, Panhandler got his shot on MLC thanks to us.
Exactly. And I've said that to Panhandler, but it's
Oh, he knows. He said it to me as well.
yeah, it's true. But Panhandler,
But why did
I
sorry,
thought Panhandler handled it well, and he didn't go along with the shitting on you. So it was like, if he brought him on to shit on you, I don't think Panhandler did it. Did he?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really watch it. To be
Right. It's
fair,
got
this is the most brutal corner of the internet. Most people involved can't touch their toes to save their lives. Yoga has nothing to do with touching your toes, just FYI. That's the first thing I always get. People like, I can't do yoga, I can't touch my toes. Most people can't touch their toes.
right.
But with
I think you're missing his point or her point.
oh, can you read the chat, please?
I will. To be fair, this is the most brutal corner of the internet, and most people involved can't touch their toes to save their life. Right. I think what they're trying to say is that um, these people are, and if it's not what they mean, I'm going to take it to mean this. It's just like all these people judging you and your looks and whatnot are uh, such fat beasts. They couldn't bend over to touch their shoes, touch their toes. They wouldn't be able. They wouldn't be able to. They have trouble tying their shoes.
I'm gonna go with that take. But I am going to say that I want to people to know that might be afraid to start yoga or think it's like something too big for them. Yoga is not about flexibility. Flexibility comes with breath and time, and it comes with also straight up. Some people are genetically more flexible than other people. Plot
Mm-hmm.
twist. So yoga is not about touching your toes. It's about breathing deeply in and exhaling completely long and doing what makes sense for your body on that day.
I agree.
I'll take
I,
that one, Casey.
I got it. I just well, KZ, no, KZ and Mr. Z are different people.
Who's Mr. Z?
I
See,
don't know.
we're like, isn't it funny? We're like speaking in code. We literally built like an inner CIA, and that's what I'm trying to. I don't know how anyone doesn't understand this.
I just think it's going to be if any of these cases actually go to court, I just think it's going to be hilarious when the you know
How
when
many cases are there at this point?
in our universe there's just one. Well, but there's two because of the steel toe thing. But that really has less to do with this. But I just think it's going to be funny to be in there, right? Listening to the judge go, Larry's bloody asshole finger says, you know, and then and then we got
Wait, hold
and
on, hold on. At Loadmaster 999 said,
right, cum sucker 72. Um, it it's gonna be
Ball Washer 108.
yeah, and Pest says, Ashley, don't let that guy Clearwater Chad harass you like he does with other ladies. Uh, he hasn't harassed you, has he?
Who?
Clearwater.
Um, no, no, no. I think there was a misunderstanding that Kevin wanted to. I used to live on the Upper West Side. 444 Art Bell. What do you know about the 444? Um,
I have no idea, but I'm not buggy eyed enough for him tonight.
no, 444 is like it's a code. Anyway,
444 is what?
a
What's it?
code.
A code for? An area code or a code
Do you know what
code?
the word occult means?
I do know what a cult means, yes.
What does it mean?
I knew what awry meant. I do. OCCULT, occult?
Occult. Oh, look at us spelling bee nerdos. Yes, occult. OCCULT equals.
Mysticism, communing with the spirits.
You're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, sir. Occult means knowledge that is not meant for all. It's not hidden knowledge. It's not secret, scary knowledge. It's not satanic knowledge. Um, it's just knowledge that is not meant for all. And I have something to say about this. Most people, most people are chaotic, disorganized, and not even accountable to themselves. So I do not disagree that there's knowledge that's being held for people that deserve that knowledge, that are not chaotic and disorganized and not even in alignment with themselves. So I appreciate that there is knowledge for the few of us that are allowed to have this knowledge.
Okay. I'm missing it, but what is that with what we're talking about? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just tell you to watch The Wizard of Oz tonight.
You're so funny.
There's a lot of occult knowledge there. I'm not
The occult
joking.
knowledge, hidden secret, or beyond ordinary understanding, but in common usage, specifically denotes practices, systems, or knowledge related to supernatural powers or agencies, such as magic, astrology, divination, and other esoteric traditions.
Are you reading the AI version? Okay, read
No,
the.
I'm reading
Uh,
the whatever this is, Webster's
say it
something or
again.
Webster's or whatever the hell this is. The dictionary app.
Merriam-Webster. I've read
Yes.
it 2.5 times. So occult. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm gonna look up the Oxford Dictionary version because this is really fucking exciting
I don't
for
like the
the.
way that they put magic in there and stuff because that is misleading. Occult
No, what they're
knowledge.
saying is right. They're saying that you're correct, that you are 100% correct, but that the word in common meaning is used differently than it is.
Wouldn't the better word be misused differently?
All right. Before 1480, it was of or relating to magic, alchemy, or astrology. After 1500, it was a transitive verb to hide, conceal, or cut off from. But it's Ash. It's like I'm just saying it's like the if you ask the average Joe on the street what does a cult mean, they're going to say give the answer that I have. Smart people are going to give the answer you have.
Ryan, I love you. Ryan, can you tell me what occult knowledge is? Ryan knows. Also, just while we're at it, do you know what the word ignorant means, Mr. Buckman?
Lacking of knowledge, unaware.
Oh my gosh, you're the first person in 15 years that knows that. Most people think ignorant means dumb, it means lacking knowledge. Well done, sir.
Yep, I have. Okay, good. I'm proud of myself. Thank you. But look,
Ryan, do you want to come on right now? Ryan, I'll send you the link.
all right, yeah, somebody should pop in so I can get the hell out of here.
You can leave
Uh,
whenever you want.
no, I,
Wait,
I,
hold on.
I
What's that
realize that
song?
I don't. It's not
Well,
that I
first of all, I asked you to
can't do
leave
it.
like an hour ago and you wouldn't leave. I'm just kidding. But
Oh, okay. Well,
Hotel
just hurt my.
California.
Now
No,
my
it's
feelings are really hurt, Ashley,
oh,
and I didn't think
stop,
that was possible.
stop. You're only my third guest here. Calm down. Hotel California, you can leave, but you can't go home. How does it go?
Uh, no,
Ryan, I
just you
want
had
to
it
send you
right,
the link.
right?
Hotel California. Wait, hold on. What'd you say about Red Bar?
Shmuel, Ashley, and Red Bar are watching. Never seen them so mad.
Red Bar is my boy. Don't talk about him like that.
Yeah, and I never understood. I never got the red bar thing, but
What do you
you've
mean you never
promised to
got the
explain
red?
that to me. But
Oh, I'll explain it to you, but
yeah, but
not when you need to
not
be
not
going
right
to
now.
bed, sir. I think
It's a
you're a little
little
bit old to be up so late.
it's a little
No, seriously,
complicated.
I'm supposed to bash you tomorrow. You really want me to bash you?
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself. I don't care what you
But
do.
I don't
Knock
even
yourself
know
out.
how to bash you. Like, I like you. I genuinely like you.
I know. Well, those are the easiest people to bash. Just um, pick out 3 or 4 of my negative qualities. See, the deal is the problem is attacking my age or my looks. To me, that's kind of hack,
I
right?
agree. Thank you. That's what I get attacked for.
Right, exactly. So that's like hack, like low hanging fruit. Anybody can do that. So you got to
Right.
come up with something creative. Like you know, you could. I've been called a concern troller. You could call me. You could say I'm that. You could do. I don't know. You could do all. You could say I'm cheap. You could say that. Um, but and I stink as a podcast host. So
Here's the thing. Well, I kind of like, and I don't know who it was. It might have been fucking Panhandler. I don't want to give him credit for anything, but he was like, just watching Shmuel bumble through his podcast per usual or something. There's something about your bumbling through it that actually makes it like you've grown on me. And
Thank you.
also, there is the ass chaps thing that is coming soon. And maybe the preview is the pink silk pajamas, but we will get to the ass chaps.
I think, yeah, I'm probably more likely to do the pink silk pajamas first.
Who wants to see Shmuel Buckman in pink silk
And
pajamas?
nobody wants to see my ass, that's for sure.
Everyone wants to see your. Well, everyone definitely wants to see you in pink, like Golden Girls style. Guys, I'm thinking like Arthur B. Golden Girls style, like pink silk pajamas, and like Shmuel just comes out.
I have I'll send you a picture, not right now, but I'll send you a picture of actually what um I
B.
want to
Arthur
wear.
looks like.
No, there was this African American man at the pool in Vegas, and he was wearing like the shorts and a shirt, and it had like this really, really super gaudy design on it. But he wore it with such pride. I wanted one. And Cookie actually bought me one. But when we got it, it was different than what they said it was. It wasn't the same, and it was also like 3 sizes too big. So never got to wear it.
Well, I feel like you can get that fitted, first of all. Second of all, I'm pretty sure we can all pitch in for some cute silk or satin pink jammies. I just think you and I were talking about numbers. And before you came on my show, on your show, you were talking about numbers. Can I say what we were talking about the other day?
I don't remember, but sure.
You were talking about numbers, and we were talking about doing like a pre-recorded show because I had the propensity. I do, guys. If you guys don't know this, sit down. My father would always say this. Ashley, are you sitting down? Guys, are you sitting down? I have the propensity to get emotional and sometimes reactionary too, and even a little bit silly. So Shmuel is so cool and amazing. He was like, let's do a practice run, Ash. Let's do something that's not live so you don't make a complete asshole of yourself, which I appreciate.
So, oh, could you do me a favor? If you
Yes, sir.
can you put up laundry room's chat that says it starts with I was in elementary school when planes flew into the towers.
Yeah. I just go up. I was in. Yeah. Can we talk about that, by the way? I,
Yeah, so
can you read it?
I will. Laundry room. I was in elementary school when planes flew into the towers. You were at work. How can you relate to a show curated to millennials? It's not hack, it's facts.
Do you want to go first or should
No, go
I?
ahead.
So I was in my 10th, I was in sophomore year of university when that happened. Also, by the way, laundry room, I don't think there's anyone that didn't affect.
All
Um,
right. Can hold on, hold on, hold on. This is where I'm going to tell you we're missing the point. Okay.
okay.
So what laundry room is trying to say is he was in elementary school, right at the time the plane flew into the towers, and I was at work. Basically, what he's saying is, in 2001, I was in elementary school and you were working, meaning he's criticizing my age and then saying that because of my age, there's no way that I can relate to a show curated to millennials. So it's not about 9/11. It was he used 9/11 to pick a time frame. Did you get it? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but I also think that's your perspective. Let's let him clarify if he likes. But also, I wanted to say, more what I felt from this message is that he's angry. Like, I'm in elementary school when planes flew into the towers. Like, you guys were at work. Like, how can you relate to like show that it's curated to millennials? It's not hack, it's facts. So I think it's like a very valid person that is kind of angry, but at the same time, then why are you watching us if you think we're hacks?
No,
Um,
let laundry room, explain yourself. Right. Laundry room says, I remember people. I remember watching people jumping out of building and flapping their arms. I saw them jumping out of buildings, but they were not flapping their arms. They were jumping out of buildings. And so, all right.
I'm
Uh,
trying to find his other
no, he
thing.
said he already explained himself.
Oh, okay.
So, but because I get this a lot, right? Like, oh, you can't relate, you don't know. Look, what I do
How
know
old are you?
is at 63. So even if there are
Wait,
facts,
what year were you born?
62?
What was going on in 62? What was going
No,
on when you were 10? What was going on in 72?
I have no idea. Like in the world?
Yes. Like, what
I
was
don't
the
know.
vibe?
It was a very weird time because we were coming out of the 60s. It was a,
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. The 60s and then the 70s turned into like a different vibe.
we were into, well, it
Peace,
was a,
love, and da 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 turned into
it was a very confusing time because no, that was when the country. I mean, talk about it tearing itself apart today. It was tearing itself apart then, and
so are
all
you
the
saying we have
predictions
some
of
hope?
the country that was not going to survive. I mean, here it is 50 years later, and we're all still here. So, um, I'm sorry. I just the deal is this thing of, oh, it's facts, not hacks. Um, Pointing out somebody's negative physical qualities is something I thought that we would get away from. So I don't know how that. Yes, there are facts. There are certain things that are facts, but they don't need to be pointed out. And you don't have to say anything. You don't have to. There's an editing process. You don't have to say everything that just comes into your mind.
Are you saying that to me or to him?
To him.
Oh, okay. I
I'm
thought you were
saying it
saying
to the
that
I'm
because like
saying it
3 times I went to the mic to say something and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna let him go.
so I'm
Yes, I
saying it
agree with you.
I'm saying it to the universe. Um and these guys, like, right, my dad was a Bronze Star Korean War veteran. And so this guy went away when he was a kid, and he was like 17 or 18 when he joined the military, right? And wound up coming back from Korea in a war that nobody wanted, the pre-Vietnam, and nobody
I'm
wanted
sorry.
no.
Can we find any war that anyone wanted? By the way,
Well, World War II. I mean, and World War One. I mean, the people were lining up and signing up, to go fight those things. But my that's not my point. My point is that the guy was ripped out of his life and sent over at a very young age to kill people, and he got a Bronze Star for his heroism, and he never talked about it, but yet it affected him.
your
And yeah,
grandfather,
so
your father,
we got to
your
see
father, your grandfather.
my father. So we got to see 9/11, right? Like, you lived through 9/11, but it's not like you went through y- something that no other generation before you has gone through, right? With the war to end, there was the war to end all wars, which is World War One, and then World War Two was literally a worldwide war. And yeah, 9/11 happened and terrorism happened, but that'd been going on in
Yeah,
Europe
but you're
for
forgetting
25
about
years.
the Korean War and Vietnam. My grandfather was intelligence for 3 wars.
Hmm.
There are not many human beings that have been in 3 wars. He served as intelligence. World War One, Korean War, World War Two.
Hmm. Right. But my point is that um, trying to come up with, oh, woe is me.
Woe is
9/11,
me,
and
who's saying that?
I felt like Laundry Room was
Laundry
doing.
Room is he goes on every chat. Right now, the last thing he wrote is minimum wage for boomers is like $72 in today's money. Like, I don't know if you have a different relationship from. So back to my grandfather and my family being intelligence, literally. I know all these, most of them. I make mistakes sometimes, but I don't know if you have some alliance to Laundry Room that
No,
I don't know
0.
about, but I see him in almost every chat, talk shit about you, talk shit about me, talk shit about Kevin, talk shit about Carmen, blah, 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 ad nauseum. It gets boring when you see the same people over and over, right? Um, Planes flew into the towers on live TV. Yeah, so that is something that we can talk about. That's interesting to me. Um, did they though?
Of
Because there's all
course.
this footage of.
I watched them. I watched the
I was
second plane.
there. I was watching it. I was in sophomore year at University of Miami. My boyfriend was from New York and I was from DC, obviously, and we're both in Miami at university. And it was like and we listened to Howard Stern at that time. I remember Howard Stern said something like about the planes, and he had to my boyfriend at the time had to go to class. We were living together, and so he went to class, and by the time so I dropped him off at class because we lived like not we lived really close to the campus. So I drove back and the shit just hit the fucking fan. It was like boom, boom, boom. And then my mom was in DC and so was my father. So the Pentagon got hit as well. And I couldn't get in touch with my mother. I go to pick him up from class and I'm like, the towers got hit. He's like, what? And he tries to call his mom, his dad. No, he can't get in touch with anyone. Like the phone lines were out. Um, but if you see footage, like looking back, there was like an explosion before the planes. I mean, I don't know. You guys can
I
decide
stood on the
yourself.
Honeywell Street Bridge in Long Island City before all the buildings went up, not the stuff that obscured the view, had direct line of sight to the World Trade Center. The first plane had hit. I was looking at it through binoculars and saw a second plane hit. I know people who were there who saw who saw the plane hit. My brother was a New York City fireman, and I don't get along with him now, but back then we were friends, and he went missing for I don't know 8 or 10 hours. Nobody heard from him. Nobody knew whether he was dead or alive. I mean, it was a very traumatic time. My point to Laundry Room and you other guys though is that the world didn't start when you were born. It
Mm, very
it's
fucking good point.
There's thousands and thousands of years of history. History, for the most part, repeats itself. And if you cats, look, if you want to live in conspiracy theories and you want to live like, oh, woe is me, this happened when, with me, you can't understand me. Um, Everybody's been through shit. You're not unique. You're not karmic who's had the worst life of any person on the planet, right? And as much as you don't like this country, imagine being born in a fucking hut in Ghana, right? You're lucky. And start thinking of yourself as lucky.
I was also gonna say, I don't know what epoch you are. I know I'm a millennial because it's 1981 to whatever it is. But the ones before us are aging at a more rapid rate. Um, and also this, there's like three different points I wanted to say about what you just said. We were actually there. We actually saw how it went down. Okay. So, and yeah, again, you said something important. Not only does the world not start whenever you started, there's also stuff you might want to understand or look into that might be interesting to you at some point.
What are we talking about? You lost me.
Life, the world.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm always looking. That's why I kind of do this because it gives me
Well, you said something very important. You said to younger generations, the life didn't start when you became cognizant of life. I think you were talking about the World Trade Center and the comment that someone made. Like, um, I forget the comment exactly, but you said life didn't just start when you were born or when you started to pay attention to things. And I said I would like to further invite people to be interested in history and what actually happened, or look
Yeah,
into
I
it.
I just look, man. When it comes to the World Trade Center, I think what happened is what happened. I think terrorists flew planes into the buildings, and it's a horrible,
Can I
terrible
tell you a
thing.
crazy story?
All right, let's make it quick.
Alright, let's just do
Not
it
for
for next
you,
time.
but for me. I just I'd love to
Let's do
continue
it
this.
next time. You already said, like, I shouldn't do stuff so like, it should be spread out. Like, I have too many stories.
Well, the thing that's part of it too, right? Like, so there's really I noticed this with me, right? There's really a thing where
Wait,
you,
Shmuel, we both did Molly together before this, right?
yeah,
Is it hitting you yet, the acid
yeah,
part? Wait, I
no, but
put some fentanyl in there too.
no, but the Ambien is like looking good. Do you ever take Trazodone?
Yes, I have.
So they give me two drugs that
Just
fuck
so
me up.
if anyone doesn't know what trazodone is, it's the non-addictive version of like a sleeping pill. It doesn't have anything that would it's basically what sober people take if they need what to go to sleep, like sleep
Yeah,
help.
and it's like I think it was
It's not
used
an
to.
opiate. It's like
It's not a controlled substance,
correct. Thank you.
right? And I have that, and that's what they gave me because I've always had sleep issues. What's hilarious is, uh, I haven't taken Ambien in forever. I took a Trazodone the other night, and I
Knocked you
literally
out.
it took forever for me to go to sleep, and the next day, it was like
Yo, let me tell you
all
about
day long I was
trazodone. Let me
dopey.
tell you about trazodone. There's a 30-minute window. If you don't get in bed before that 30-minute window, it keeps you up. It's such a weird fucking non-addictive drug or whatever.
So you ask me, I'll circle back to the beginning and then I'll pop off. But the about my sobriety and stuff. So my deal was what I was doing at the end was I would come home from work, and as soon as I got home, I take an Ambien and a Xanax, and then shots of Jameson. And
Jameson's whiskey, right?
yeah, and then I would wind up oftentimes, um,
So wait, hold on. Let me just let so one Ambien, one Xanax, and 3 shots of whiskey.
at least, well, I would drink beer along with that. Um, but I would have, but it started with one Ambien, one Xanax, and
And then you added the alcohol.
a couple of Jamesons, and then it wound up with how many Ambien did I take? Did I take two? Did I would like or the Xanax, like, how many did I take? I didn't remember taking them, and it was like, um, I was missing parts of my life, and, it was not serving, and then I would go to work, and then I own the place, I have my own office, I'd close the door, put up a do not disturb sign, and then go to sleep for 5 hours in my
At the
chair.
office
Yeah, and it was
because you were
just,
tired.
it was an aw like, it was just an
Well, it turns
awful
into a
life.
cycle, right? Like, it turns into a cycle where your body's kind of compromised on a physiological level that, like, you're literally tired when you show up at work, right?
Yeah, you it was like I was tired all the time, and, you know, uh,
Trazodone has a hangover too.
that's what I was talking about, like, so I took it the other day. I haven't really taken it in quite a while. I took it the other day, and I woke up in the morning, or the afternoon, I should say. I woke up at about, like, noon, and I was like, "I could not fucking wake up." Like, I couldn't get my shit together. It was like hours of being in kind of a fog until
Dude, I
everything
know
came
what you
together.
mean. It happens to me every time I take edibles, which is hardly ever. So I teach yoga to one of the presidents. They're divisional presidents of Paramount. So divisions have different presidents. One of them I teach yoga to. and he's very funny. He goes, "Ashley, I took edibles last night and it was amazing. Said no one ever." That was his text message for me to go teach him yoga. Like he was like, "I'm struggling." And I was like, "I have experienced the same thing. Like I have drank alcohol to the point where, God forbid I look like anyone that is in this little corner of the internet, but I have definitely embarrassed myself and done silly, stupid things. But taking edibles or something like this and going to sleep, what is that you're, oh, that's your microphone. Um, I woke up one time and walked into my own wall. No alcohol, just ate an edibles brownie and literally going to the bathroom, walked into my own wall that I could go to the bathroom with my eyes closed. Like, and then the next day, it's like that hangover that you just can't really get over.
Yeah, it's right, it's this stuff. So laundry room is bro is trying to be hard. Here we go. Bro is trying so hard to be something that's never going to happen.
You're
Um,
not you're wrong, laundry room. I see potential and I see so I'll tell you guys a little secret about me. Um, I can see like like I can see what works and what doesn't work. And I also have intelligence again in my blood. So I wouldn't align with Kevin Brennan for a lot of reasons, but there are a lot of reasons that I find myself compelled or interested in possibly aligning myself with Shmuel Buckman.
cool. I just what but I'm laughing at the notion um that I'm trying to be anything, right? I'm at the end of my career. Um and I enjoy doing this. And
Maybe
that's
you're at the beginning of your career. Who
and
knows?
that's no, but but it can't last, right? It can't last.
If
I mean,
you say so, why? Why
well,
do you say so?
because age is a reality, and the
If
reality
it
is that look,
age is
by the
not
time
a
I'm 60,
reality.
by the time it is, by the time young people say that, by the time I'm 67, I'm not going to be able, I'm not going to be capable of doing it, right? I mean, or look, it's physical. Everything's slowing down. The synapses aren't firing like they used to be. I'm not as quick as I once was. All that stuff, right? So I'm doing this because I enjoy it, but I don't have any delusion um, that I'm going to be famous or make millions or any of that. Like my goal financially with YouTube is to cover my expenses. If I break even at the end of the year, I'll be a happy guy. If I made enough money that I could pay some people, I'd be a happy guy, you know? But mm, I'm no Carl, I'm no Milton. I'm not going to be doing any of those things. And even those guys are sort of lower end in the internet. I'm certainly going to be never going to be a Mr. Beast, although I don't know a lot about him.
I think that's for you.
Is it true that you were Lon Chaney's lover? Uh, um, and oh, I'm fake as fuck, and you hack. I'm not talking
See,
about money.
you gave this guy laundry room so much credit. I'm telling you, I've seen him. He's an asshole.
Yeah, I know, but it's you don't you find I see this is I guess a problem for me. I find I get joy out of uh
Assholery.
making him this fucking guy
He's trying
is
to MKE into your life.
himself. Yeah. Oh no, what he's trying to MKE himself. Oh well, maybe he thinks that I'm trying to MKE myself into your life. I'm not.
Okay,
Um,
so let's all just make this clear. Shmuel Buckman has like the hottest wife ever, and MKE is a disaster. So they're not even on the same plane of like reality.
Yeah, but what I enjoy happening is this guy's telling me I'm mad, right? Like, yeah, you're mad, you're mad, you're mad. Um, I'm not the one furiously tweeting or chatting, right? Um, about stuff, calling me names and all that. So it's I win. right? Like,
You have to pee your pants and show up to my house first.
I was laughing, Danielle, because I'm old and I was thinking
Wait, hold on. I just have to say something. Who is Danielle?
your friend in
No,
wherever.
no, no. It's an inside joke. Who
Okay,
is
anyway,
Danielle?
in any event, Danielle, by the time I have to start wearing Depends, it'll be time to wrap this shit up. That will be when my short-lived YouTube career will end. So,
You know what I
like,
love that he said, Danielle? He said, people said I couldn't do this, so I'm doing it. Do you remember when you told me that?
I say that again. I'm sorry.
You said, people said I couldn't do this, so I'm doing it.
Well, that was part. Yeah, it was part of the thing in the beginning. Uh, no one thought I could do it, right? Not, I mean, in my world, my wife is always supportive of pretty much everything I do. But
Your
yeah,
wife is
here,
also stunning. She's
so
gorgeous.
there was here, she's a doll. But anyway, here, I was getting a lot of, it'll never happen, never, I can't do it. And I was like, well,
Wait, do that. Can you do
fuckers.
that again, please?
Yeah, it's okay.
I
It's
can't
just
take
like,
it.
you bunch of fuckers. I, I'll be here, and if all I do is find out that I fail, but I annoy you in the process, it's enough, you know? See, but this is the Ashley, this is what I was talking about, and I'm sorry to be so chatty, but this is what I was talking about. Where Casey says you're doing great, Ashley. This is what I was talking about. Is it's like this is the stuff, the smile on your face, enjoying it, you know, having like the kind of conversational thing. That's what that's the Ashley that I wanted to see on stream, not the what do you call it? Not this trolling and all that. So I mean I don't know how many viewers there are. It's probably not a lot, but um,
I would like to
it's
see
great.
like 80% of the people that didn't troll in a nice way deal with what I dealt with and the focus and the concentration on every detail of my fucking face, etc., and be okay a couple months later.
Yeah, it's actually a good like I don't know. I you can't. There's this right. I don't know. I guess I'm sorry. I'm babbling now, but
You're
basically, I
not
think I
babbling. You're
think what
doing great.
happens. I think what happens in life, if you're lucky, is you come to accept yourself for who you are and for what you are, and um, you don't let people bring you down. I mean, you have to take. Look, there's criticism and there's advice that's legit, you know, but is what did I say to you once? Like, you gotta know
When
where
we
it's
were
co I
talking about advice, I was just gonna bring that up.
was gonna say where it's coming from, and who's doing it. They don't know. These people don't know you, right? And so it's a parasocial relationship. So, uh, w I'm not gonna get upset because somebody named Laundry Room, who I've never heard of, who's claiming to be
But
a
you
10,
stood up for
living
him.
living on the Upper
That's what
West
pisses me
Side.
off about this guy even more. You stood up for him.
I didn't stand up for him.
You did in a way. In my opinion, you did. You were like trying to understand his retarded messages. Ash, you had numbers until this guy decided to not leave. Like, okay, so what I know about Laundry Room and my memory is a blessing and a curse is that meaning that I remember way too much. I do make mistakes once in a while, but it's not often. So when you gave this guy, you were like, no, read what he's writing. He's writing there, da 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 da. It's like, I know that guy. Laundry Room is not a nice guy. He's not friendly.
Right,
He's
but
not
I'm
on my team. He's not on your team.
right. But right, exactly. But what I was saying is like he put something in the chat, right? Um, let's at least give the person the courtesy of trying to figure out what it means, right?
Well, yeah, and we
And
did, didn't
we
we?
got to yeah, and then we got to throw it back, right?
And I'm not necessarily about throwing it back. I'm just more like don't pretend to be nice to me or to Buckman and be like, you know, sleazy or schemy or, you know, whatever it is. It's like just be you. Like, holy shit, I'm still here because you keep talking about me. It's like, okay, maybe this
Ex-
is the most attention
exact
you've gotten in a while. So,
exactly, and that's the deal. It's just it's also somebody who's like they're in every chat, right, all the time,
right, that's
and
what I'm saying. Like
right,
when I was
and
researching all this stuff, this laundry room specifically guy is always in MKE, Karmic, MLC, chat. Like, it's like, how many computers or devices do you actually have, sir? Or
right,
bottom
but
line, time.
let's break it down to its component here, right? Is that um this guy insulting, right, and doing the stuff that he did gave us shit to talk about for an
That's
hour,
true. You're not
right?
wrong.
With and we got to express our thoughts and whatnot. So essentially what we did was we used his, and I'll use Autismo's line here, low effort trolling to build the show because we had nothing else to talk about, right? And
We
it
can talk about anything we want, by the way, but go ahead.
no, but we didn't wind up sitting here doing a show just shitting on Kevin Brennan for 3 hours or Karmic for whatever. I mean, look, they got what was appropriate. And listen, kid, I love you. I have
Okay, bye. I
really
just want
got
to
to
tell
go.
you, and not you, Autism 8000, and for everyone, my YouTube, my Venmo's been set up. It's at Ashley Cummings Yoga. Buckman, do you want to plug anything?
It's Shmuel Buckman on YouTube, and you don't. It's not the hot teacher fantasy. Not that that's not legitimate, but um, it
Well, I
is
don't know.
the
I feel like that could apply to
it's
you.
what we call librarian good looks, right? And that's when you go into the library. She's got her hair back, she's got the glasses on, the whole bit, and then 5 o'clock comes, the library closed, the glasses come off, all the hair flows, right? And it's like that's what you got to spot when you're looking at women. That's what you want to spot. You want to spot, oh, the librarian good looks, and I and keep that in mind. And it's one of the ways that's how I sort of met Mrs. Buckman. So there we go. And
To you and Mrs. Buckman forever.
she's a doll. We're married 13 years next month, and it's been great. And I don't. She doesn't probably know it, but um, that was the reason why I got sober. Because if I didn't, I was not going to be. I wanted to get out, you know, and I'd done that so many times in my life. I was like, something's wrong, and that was the deal. And um, there we go. And
Well,
so,
congratulations, and also, I will say I've seen a picture of Mrs. Buckman, and she is beyond stunning.
oh, she's not a gargoyle,
Who said
as she was
someone said that?
described. Yeah.
Did they just make it up?
Uh, who's
I
that
had never seen
gargoyle?
her. She is gorgeous. You know
No,
who
but
she
she's
reminds me
not.
of?
Oh, go ahead.
What can I s should I text can I
No, you can
say
tell
it?
me who she reminds
She's
you
a
of.
she's a very famous yoga teacher. Her name is Sean Corn,
Uh, uh-huh.
Seancorn. If you look up Sean Corn, I think she looks that's the first thing I thought of when I saw the picture of your wife. She's
She's
gorgeous.
she's very lucky because she's one of those people that the camera loves. Like, no matter what picture you take of me, you're never gonna get a good one. And with her, it's like, um,
She's very photogenic.
I've never seen anybody, yeah, that's as photogenic as she is. But more importantly, she's probably not as beautiful as the pictures show, but she's a great partner, and thoughtful, and all the things that you would want in somebody. And that was the hardest thing for me, was to accept that somebody actually cared for me and didn't want anything for it. So totally not transactional. So
I think that's like a perfect operating definition of unconditional love, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm learning.
Okay, I
I'm
can
learn.
tell you're tired, and they're wanting me to do fucking Howard Stern
How
bit.
many people do you have watching you?
11. I'm going
Okay,
to bed too.
it's a 11's a great number. It's more than 10.
Well, now it's
And
10.
yeah, so good night, kids. And
All right, good night.
oh,
Thank you for being
what country is she from? Because that's
which
always the
person?
yes,
Which
she's a
oh, your
hun
wife.
yeah, she's yeah, love her. I'm sorry to disappoint, but
Where is she from? What country?
Long Island,
That's not a country.
born and raised. Yeah,
Hamptons or
yeah. And please say, have you done your homework?
yeah,
Uh
Howard can pay me to say anything, but I'm not doing that for free.
all right.
Okay.
In any event, good night, guys, and
Good night,
thanks.
Shmuel Buckman. Thank you for being here.
All right, I enjoyed it. I had a blast. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. That was a bunch of nonsense from you, 10 of you. Laundry. What is your fucking deal, laundry room? I'll set up Venmo for next stream. I don't know what that means, but my Venmo, if you would like to Venmo me, is at Ashley Cummings Yoga. So, what did you guys think about that? So, first of all, this is the second time I'm using StreamYard, and I think it's cool. I want to do because it's too blurry, quite frankly. I don't know. Listen, here's what's up. If I disappear, it's not. Oh, rename folder? That sounds very complicated. I was gonna try to make it not as blurry in the background, but I don't know if I can do that, like, live. Let's see. Oh, so the title of the video, which I always change later, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even care. Do you know what happens if you get a copyright strike from a song? Pretty much nothing, guys. Do you know how much you get from having your channel monetized besides super chats and stuff? Pretty much nothing. Sweet. So this is the song I was thinking of when I set up this um live distraction. It's by Distraction. And it's called Sweet Surrender. So, I don't know if YouTube changes. Who knows? Maybe I'll take this whole thing down because I play this song. Um, but the way that it used to work before, so I was monetized in 2021 or something like this. And the rules were much more stringent. But basically, if I play this song, I can either cut it out later or it's just gonna not monetize, or it's gonna take away the, how do I put it? It's gonna take away the $2 I may or may not have gotten from this. No, that's not the right song. But it does sound, it's like that vibe. Um, it's not that one. I actually, it's kind of stupid because I actually own it. Not that one either. Let's just go to good old Apple Music, which, by the way, I have to make a video about Apple Music. Songs. Distraction. Um, no. 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 You guys, Danielle. Yes. And I also am acquiring, as we speak, a degree in Apple Music. And as Danielle knows, the departments will be hearing from me. Downloaded. So this means I bought them. Like I paid for them. All right. Let's start all over. No. All right. I will tell you a story about this song. Oh, fuck off. Seems like the universe wants me to play one song and one song only, which I will play. Shout out to my sister. It's her birthday today. Is it 12 yet? Oh, 1 minute. September 4. Happy birthday, Whitney. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Whitney. Happy birthday to you. Guys, I wasn't late. So, this song, actually, I can contest this. Danielle, I think you can help me with this part. This song was written, unbeknownst to me, by my best friend, well, not one of my best friends, that I grew up with, Lucy Danoff's father.
Legend among guitar players, Mr. James
What?
Burton.
We used to hang out and smoke weed. Lucy and I, when we were 13, but her father wrote this song. Her father and her mom.
West Virginia.
And it's kind of like my sister and I song low key.
Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like the breeze, country road.
Whitney told me before laundry room. Whitney told you know my sister? Have you ever met her in real life? I highly doubt it. Whitney told me before that she thinks you hang out with the wrong crowd. Guess what? I would say the same thing to her face. And you've never met my sister.
To the place I belong, Virginia, mama, take me home, country road, all my memories.
You guys, I won't get struck. I've been around here for a while. The worst thing that happens is they won't put commercials. They won't pay me 38 cents for commercials. But they'll still play commercials, which always made me slightly fascinated. But I am going to wrap this up. I do think Lena Del Rey, what's her name? The singer, she did a really beautiful version of that song. I'll sing it myself. That's better, isn't it? I'll just sing it the way it makes me think of my sister because it's her birthday. Well, I think I have 30 seconds left, right? Um, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, take me home. Shut up, Danielle. I'll sing a different song. You guys want to know something funny? Well, I won't sing a different song unless you give me one. Well, I will sing one. This is the song I sing at karaoke. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Danielle, do you know my karaoke song? I'm about to Google Ashley's karaoke song as if. Okay, hold on. I just got to get my flow going. It's not cool. Yes, sir. Danielle, your nephew is acting up. Just kidding. Okay, my favorite part is Okay, guys, you don't get struck when you play music. They just don't pay you the -2 cents they were gonna pay you. Just FYI. Just roll in, watch it roll away again. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tides roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. But the best part is my loneliness won't leave me alone. In Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for, nothing gonna go my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I'm actually singing over Otis, so I don't think they can strike me anyway. Nothing's gonna change. All right, guys, I'm out. Otis Redding rules. Let's see. Everyone else drools. Yeah, she was finishing the day, reminding us all and ending the fourth celebrating Whitney. Very nice, Ashley. Yes, happy birthday, Whitney. I hope you had a great one. Um, Thanks for doing anything for my birthday. No, I'm just kidding. My sister and I are my sister and I. I would take bullets for her. So I'm the one. I get to say anything. You get to say nothing. Okay, that's how that goes. Um, I would still take bullets for my sister, and I've been saying that since I was 12 years old. Exactly. Thank you, Danielle. If I'm singing with a man who is not even alive anymore, he's not with us. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe Otis is not with us. But I'm actually singing, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Just sitting here resting my bones, 'cause the loneliness won't leave me alone. I'm sorry, I need to trademark. Danielle, can we trademark that, please? You guys, it was not a yacht. It was a sailboat. It was very small. It fit 4 people. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. It's been real. Have an amazing evening and an even better tomorrow. Danielle, can you see this? Whew. This is a holographic projector. It doesn't do anything at all. So I'm going to leave this here for a second. You guys can read what he wrote. That is not something I will ever respond to. If your brain is so fucked up, please never come to my channel again. That's funny. My sister probably doesn't even know what Melton's fucking name is. Just to be crystal clear. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Did I miss any super chats? Thank you, Danielle. Send Honda the link. You crack me up. Okay, I think that was earlier. Oh, yeah, justice for Ashley. Just for Ashley. Ashley, if I pay KB, will you go back on? Yes. Also, I meant to bring this up. Give me a moment. Guys, hydration is very important. If you're like, don't have water, don't keep going and doing something, especially for 11 people. Like, take care of yourself, get yourself water. So 2 years ago on my birthday, my sister made a post on my birthday, July 27th. Today I'm celebrating Lisa Frank. So on my sister's birthday, I would like to say, Whitney, I am celebrating you making the right choice this year. I am celebrating you ending this ridiculous thing that's been going on for a while regarding my father, our father's wishes and our mother's wishes. So I look forward to you making the right choice this year. Happy birthday. Let's do better this year, yeah? Um I wanted to say something when I came back. It had to do with the super chat, I think. Apologize. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's a great question. Danielle said, "Who is Lisa Frank?" Does anyone know who Lisa Frank is? Lisa Frank used to be the primary designer for. You're so funny, Danielle. I love you. Who is Danielle? Um, she used to make the artwork for the Trapper Keepers. If you were growing up in the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, you had a Trapper Keeper. And there were dolphins and there were different kinds of things on them. And they were very cool. And Lisa Frank's name was in pink on the bottom. I'll show you Lisa Frank. You want it, Danielle? Okay, if I get $5, I'll go get the Lisa Frank thing that I have that's for sale. Um, so Whitney is very intelligent. Again, intelligence runs through our blood. My sister is not called the Henry Kissinger of Hollywood for no reason. And I'll just say that. So she Googled the most Googled thing in 2023 or 4 or something. And number one was batteries. And number two was Lisa Frank. So my sister follows trends. She doesn't do things from her stomach. She does things from her brain. Oh, I just realized that. I do things from my heart and my stomach, and she does things from her brain and maybe her. I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, Lisa Frank is a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Laundry room. Why are you even still here? Lisa Frank is the elementary school queen. Um, yeah, laundry room. You're a laundry room. Let's move on. Literally. So Lisa Frank, Danielle's like 10 years younger than me, so she wouldn't understand. I mean, you might, but um, another thing, the most Googled porn word in 2023, number one. Anyone want to guess? I gotta get out of here. Anyone want to guess? Dick Fitzwell. Something Buckman would never understand. Who cares what he understands or not? Who's mad? Laundry room, why don't you just go to bed? Bro. Or gal. Anyone want to guess the most number one thing looked up when people were looking up porn? The number one thing people looked up in 2023. Anyone want to guess? It says 13 people. Okay, we got to go anyway. So here's what it was. It was MILF. Melton Whitney leaked OnlyFans face boil popping. I don't even know what that means. It was MILF. So that's what I'll leave you with. It says 13. Anyway, I got to go, guys. It's been a long time. It's been 3 hours and 22 minutes, which is the number of the skull and bones, 322. So I can't go past that. I'll be in deep shit. Bye-bye.